Check. 1, 2. Check. Last time in 2025. Let's go.
0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
All right, folks, enjoy the show. Stay tuned. We're going live in 5.
Come on, E.
3.
Morning Mayhem
Starts now.
with David BAZZEL.
You bet I'm here.
Roger Scott.
Nope.
And Justin Moore. Live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
Right away up on me a through train, ticket right across Mississippi clean.
That's it right here.
I was on that midnight flyer out of Birmingham.
Smoking in New Orleans. Ba-ba-da.
Somebody help me get out of Louisiana, just help me get to Houston town.
Houston town, he said.
People there who care a little about me. And
All right, you 609ers, your special group out there for the last time in 2025. You know what to do.
I like old school, man. Load it down the barrel, sidelock percussion cap, or even maybe a flintlock.
Yeah, where's that guy?
We're going to whoop that.
What? I never could get that one. Jack it back up there, Joshy. Thank you. All right, LA gang, here we go. Los Angeles.
Hello.
Frankie.
Hello, bro.
Zip. Come on, outlaw. Up and down.
I'm so sick of your ignorance. You're so.
What's that bulge in his pocket?
Thank you. All right, last Los Angeles 2025. Here we go. Los Angeles. All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. It is 6:11 on this Wednesday, December 31st. I didn't even get a chance, Josh, to always like looking at
cold.
32 degrees. No wind out there. It's not bad. Feels like it's 29. Glad you're with us on the last day of the year, 2025. I'm David BAZZEL, Josh Neighbors, producer. Got a packed show. Trey Reed's going to be coming in, hanging out with us most of the day. Got Bill Vickery, Walt Coleman, Mark May, Joe Nichols, all those. Roger's taking another day off today. Much deserved for him. Our buddy Justin Moore is down in not Panama City. He's in Destin, Florida. A little chilly down there this morning, but we're glad you're with us for the last day of the year. Got a lot of things going on, Josh. And by the way, you're welcome for the donuts. How about that?
Yeah.
Had football last night. You had 3 games and really 2 great games.
Yeah.
The Illinois game, you beat Tennessee on a field goal with no time remaining.
Yep.
And then you have an overtime game. USC blow the worst tackling ever
it was
overtime against TCU.
A feature of the Lincoln Riley teams since he's been at
Oh,
Oklahoma.
my gosh.
Alex Grinch's defenses were terrible at tackling.
Yeah.
Looked like he was back for a night. It's a little celebrity appearance from the Alex Grinch tackling monster.
It was.
They've been pretty good most of the night tackling.
Yeah.
That was awful.
It was in overtime. You can go back and look at the
3rd and 20. I think.
Yeah, 3rd and 25. I think four missed tackles. Then you should see the play that one of the touchdown receptions. You see the backhanded one of the great catches of the year. So anyway, and then today you've got a ton of games on. You've got Iowa Vanderbilt. That's number 23 Iowa versus number 14 Vanderbilt at 11.
Yep.
That's the ReliaQuest Bowl. Then you got the Sun Bowl. Got Arizona State and Duke. That's at 1. Michigan number 18. With the interim coach versus Texas, number 13. That's 2. You got Nebraska versus Utah, number 15 Utah. Morgan Scalley, I think, is the
at some point he had to have been
he was,
there.
And then that's at 2:30. And then you got Miami, Ohio State tonight. So a lot of football.
Yeah. The playoff game.
Yeah, right. And then you have tomorrow you have your 3 playoff games.
Yeah.
which we'll talk about as well.
So 1 tonight, then 3 tomorrow.
That's correct. Razorbacks don't play again until 2 o'clock. We talked about that yesterday. Hey, today, several things in addition to the guests we have. We've got Factor Crap brought to you by Arkansas Municipal Equipment. Today is obviously New Year's Eve. It's National Champagne Day.
Nice.
In around on champagne, Josh.
I'm mostly out. I mean,
I am
I just
too,
like
for
it,
the most
but I don't seek out champagne.
Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll do it with mimosa too. Will you do mimosa?
It's too sweet for me.
Is it with the orange juice? You can go
That's
cranberry
it's
orange
a
juice.
female drink. I'm not sure why you drink it.
Very nice. Also today, we don't. If you got a resolution, we'll take it. We also want your 2026 prediction. What do you think is going to happen in 2026? It could be Super Bowl. It could be Razorbacks. It could be basketball, baseball, softball. It could be whatever.
Sports or non-sports?
Sports or non-sports. It could be any of those.
You'd be like, who do you think's going to die next year?
That's correct. Who's on the death
Chopping
watch?
block.
Yes, who's on the death watch? Also, too, if you had a favorite segment or clip from Morning Mayhem today, I want to give credit to Carter over in Tennessee from the 615. He said yesterday, and he get a chance to read the 25 moments of the year for him. He said the best in-studio argument. I think there's probably Buzz Wide or maybe Morning Mayhem. UA versus Arkansas State game, should it be played? And that's always been there.
Yeah.
Then he said the best.
Super this year because they actually played.
That's correct,
Yeah.
finally. He said the best live remote, Terry Bradshaw's house and SEC Media Days. Which obviously the Terry Bradshaw show went viral and had 40 million, hits.
Yeah.
And the
Number one story on ESPN.
That's right. And the SEC Media Days was fun as always. Best viral moment. So what he did with this.
Terry could kind of fall into
that's
that.
right. He also said the best viral moment because it was on the Zone was Hunter Yurchek's comment at the Touchdown Club about not having the money
Are
to
we going to
compete.
give the Zone credit for that one?
I guess so. I guess so. Best graffiti moment, he said. Stan when he sneaks through on Roger. He said
It's on
hilarious.
me. It's actually not on Roger. It's on me.
True. And then also he said, really like Baz traveling and filming all the away games. More of that in 2026.
Best viral moment was your video of Trey Biddy on the sideline at the LSU.
Oh, yes.
That's my favorite. It's just him stalking with a selfie stick.
That is,
oh,
yes,
my God.
that
As
is.
the lawnmowers going around him.
Yeah, so if you've got a moment that you like or dislike or whatever about 2025, let us know and your expectations for 2026. You know, you've got the song Auld Lang Syne, and I've never known how to pronounce it. I never connect with that.
What are you talking about?
Auld Lang Syne.
Is it Latin?
No, it's Scottish. That's the song for old should old acquaintance be forgotten. I've never understood it, never paid attention to it.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it last night. So we'll get into that a little bit. We'll let stronger brains prevail on that, and let maybe Trey Reed help us out. So that's one. Obviously, a lot of people will be singing it out. There are a lot of parties tonight, I know. Just be careful out there. Have fun. We want to see you in 2026. We want you to be with us. And don't forget, too, we'll be back here Friday. We will be here Friday. Yeah, they look at you with you're looking mighty dapper with the hair dressed.
Clean.
Yeah,
I'm clean.
Picture day at school. What's going on? Why do you look so nice?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be here 4 hours.
Did you
I
get
can't
the show?
just
you're saying
run.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm just going to come back. I'm not going to go back home like I normally do
No,
and jump in the shower, then start the rest
Did you
of
do
my
your
day.
show last night?
I did.
I
yeah.
presume I saw some comments on the text line. I didn't get a chance to listen.
Oh yes, see, I don't have access to that. We got
you not?
to we got to change that.
Yeah.
That would be really good to have
they,
access to the text line.
Are they accusing Game and Fish to beat up for old tricks?
No.
Yeah, we don't usually get those on the wild
I
side.
just saw somebody saying, "Why y'all talking so much about fishing? It's hunting season."
Well, because Mark Hedrick's my co-host.
I know. I figured that's what it was. A couple stories. You know, Friday we will be back here in studio. The transfer portal starts, and a few more Razorbacks have put their name in transfer portal. I don't think anybody really cares at this point. I did see where we have hired a new NIL group. And I actually got a phone call from one of the people with it's called Link U.
Did you think it was like a collect call or something like that?
Well, I saw it. I thought
I'm not
From
interested.
a correctional facility in Northwest Arkansas.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, Link U. So this is about the third try they've had at doing this NIL deal. So that was.
What's the difference with this one?
It's just a new one. It was started by a group of University of Houston players a couple years ago, and so I guess this is a new restart for the Razorbacks.
Some more reading on that.
Yeah, Trey. Good morning. Glad to be. Here
Thanks for having me. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Last show
Yeah.
of 2025. Hard to believe.
Yeah,
man.
it is, and we'll have a busy one. And we started talking yesterday about 2025 in review, and we talked about some outdoor stuff. And if you got a question for Trey, as normal on Wednesday, you can obviously certainly ask. And of course, you know There were some significant moments throughout the year. We talked about the bear attacks that were so abnormal.
Yeah, I mean, those would probably be, as far as outdoor stories in Arkansas, obviously number one. We've got a new director, Doug Schoenrock, this year. That's
right.
a big one for Arkansas Game and Fish. Progress on Lake Conway. One thing that actually starts tomorrow, kind of to the point of probably that guy that texted last night said, why are you talking about fishing so much? The Legacy Lunker program starts in earnest tomorrow. We kind of had a soft opening last year.
And you've talked about that.
Yeah, and took in 5 fish. So there's a lot of excitement about that, but the renovation of the Joe Hogan State Fish Hatchery over at Lone Oak that'll house that program, that's a spawning breeding program for largemouth, another. But, yeah, the trout. The trout dying at the hatchery at Norfolk and the emergency regulations would probably be another big headline story for 2025 for Arkansas Outdoors.
Another national story. It is parks. Remember not us, but remember Texas having the horrible flooding that killed all the
on
kids?
Guadalupe.
Yeah.
Was that this year?
That was this year.
Yeah, it was July 4th.
Yeah,
it
killed like 50 people or something, 13 kids. And,
at Camp Mystic. Outside of Kerrville. Yeah, terrible. What I remember about that, I left on July 6th, remember, because it's my birthday, for 2 weeks in Mexico. And I woke up Monday morning, that would have been the 8th, I think, or 7th, whatever, to Roger Scott saying, hey, buddy, would you come on the air and talk about like that? And I said,
that's right.
And I said, absolutely not, Roger. We don't want to be associated with that in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody at State Parks did either. But
that was a bad deal. That was a bad deal.
Yeah, and I think I did actually give him some stuff to talk about as far as warning system. We had a similar tragedy. 10, 12, 15 years ago over at
same scenario.
Same scenario, camping on the Little Missouri River, Albert Pike Campground, which is still closed as a result of that tragedy.
Now, I was going to say, too, yesterday we did it, but we'll do it again today, too. We talked about the sports moments of 2025 in Arkansas. Obviously, Gage Woods, his performance in the World Series is the winner for the most notable. I saw the Democrat Gazette today. They were saying the good and bad. It's so bad they recapped the football season this year. They go, what's the best win? You only had 2. This is Arkansas State, and the worst loss.
The best near miss.
Yeah, that's it. And the worst loss, and they didn't even make it be the Notre Dame game. It was.
What did they pick?
I think they picked Mississippi State because
I can't.
Which
agree with that.
I can sort of see if you eliminate because you're playing the other team so close, and yet Mississippi is so bad.
The Notre Dame game though was. Like,
I know it
ended a coaching tenure, but like. The players did not show up.
That was
they kind of quit that game.
That was the worst obvious loss. But if you go beyond that, I'm saying, if you look at the rest of the ones, the most.
I thought Auburn was worse.
But Auburn's at least got talent. Mississippi State, you think you should.
They were up 2 scores on a team that could. Auburn was terrible at scoring this year, and they handed them the win.
The point is, we're splitting hairs.
I know.
We can't even find anybody.
Which loss?
I know.
Choose your own adventure in the loss category. Yes.
Somebody says the funniest viral studio on Buzz and then ESPN 25. David Sticky Schlong, 50 million views. Very nice. That's nice. So I was also talking about the New Year's celebration. You're an educated man, one of the smarter guys we have on the show.
I don't know about all that.
The old Lang Syne, and I have never paid attention to how that's spelled.
I know how it's spelled, but I have no idea what it means.
Yeah, it's basically old.
It's Irish,
old
right?
Long
or Gaelic.
Old long ago. It's Scottish.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And matter of fact, in Scotland they celebrate today with they call it Hogmania. I
thought that's like the day before football season opens.
It's
in
called
Fayetteville.
Hogmania. I think.
O'Neal bit.
It is. It's Hogmania, and so I was reading about it, because they were doing this back in the 1700s. And the song has been sort of redone a little bit, but it was back in 1929 that Guy Lombardo, apparently that was their sort of theme song. That was a big band back in the 20s, and they started playing it at the end of the year in America. And I guess it
just caught on.
See, Josh, every party you go to at midnight, that's what everybody starts singing. Most people don't know the words. Everybody knows Acquaintance Be Forgot. That's the only thing anybody knows.
One of the reasons I thought it was Irish, I have a great story from New Year's Eve, 99-2000, Cotton Bowl, Arkansas, Texas. I was covering it for the Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
Yeah.
And we were staying way out, like closer to Texas, the old Texas stadiums where like the media were staying. So we go down to the team hotel for there's a party that night, and I walk in right as the clock strikes midnight, and there's John McDonnell with like a Razorback red crimson derby, and he was singing All Lang Syne.
Okay, well he
Irish.
He would know it. Yes, he would know that. Josh, and also too, throughout the show today, I want you to go to the board and find clips from the show and if you can, I know they're not labeled by year.
I've got them.
But if you know the ones that we did this year,
I know 'em.
Notable ones that we put on the button bar is what we call it.
You've got some sound that you've
I've
saved
got
there.
There's some Hall of Famers this year. We didn't get Splees, but we did get a father-in-law. A little bit of that confusion. that was the
by his own hand.
That's become that. Listen, what's your favorite? What's your favorite gaffe of the of Morning Mayhem?
When you watch the New Year's ball drop, that was David's face when Roger made that mistake. He goes, what's happening here?" Nobody's thinking about that's gonna be on the board one day, like David does.
And I think our clip where I clear my throat, I think happened this year.
The one that you play in the Open. I heard it on.
I think he's got a double that he's gonna send to Jerry Jones' daughter.
Somebody says boss that guy. That was before this year.
2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Somebody says best graffiti moment 2025. Anytime is anybody here calls in. That dude is talented and creative. See now people are voting for themselves. Trey, I did say I was coming back from somewhere about 3 weeks ago and I hadn't had a chance to bring it up, and I got to drive around Lake Conway.
Okay.
And from an angle that I had never seen.
Oh yeah, it's
my
crazy,
gosh.
isn't it?
It looks like some sci-fi,
doesn't it though?
Sci-fi horror flick that you're on another planet. I mean, these houses.
Another planet
10,000 trees
is a good way to describe it, David, because everybody the nickname for the lake is Old Stumpy.
Yeah.
And like when you
my
drive by
gosh.
now, like on Highway 89, for instance, going east
Probably
out of
that's
Mayflower,
probably where I was coming from. Yeah.
It is remarkable. We've had the opportunity to be out on the lake while our fisheries division is doing some habitat work, shooting some video and photos of all that stuff. You talk about when you actually are out there in the bed of the lake, there's like this other like kind of like micro component to it, especially like right now when it's been dry for a while. There's just cracks everywhere. I mean, it's like these huge like 4-inch cracks everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it looks like shattered glass, except it's mud.
Yeah,
it's
the way the
dried
mud
out.
looks,
You know?
I'm telling you, if you have one of those homes on what used to be water, you open your blinds, and it is so stark seeing 10,000, and it's not like it's like a forest with no leaves.
It's just a bunch of stumps sticking up.
I mean, thousands, and obviously, I'm sure those folks you can't wait for the water.
Yeah,
to
and
get
we're
back
like 2.5 years in, so roughly halfway of the of what we said would take for the project. Look, the progress is really coming along. They're making a lot of progress on the dam. I saw we were out there October, early November when they first started. Of course, that's the big. That's what's going to take the longest. And they were just getting started, but I saw some drone images week before last, and I was amazed at what they've got done.
Okay.
So that thing's coming along really nicely.
Someone said jockstrap of the year. What do you think that somebody would say?
Jockstrap?
Who do we present the jockstrap of the year?
Isn't that a zone thing? Game balls and jockstraps?
Is that what they call
That is
it?
correct.
Yeah.
That is.
You familiar with the segment?
This is I think I remember that now. But they say, what do you think the jockstrap of the year would be for the Buzz? Think about that. I'll give you a hint. It was national in scope.
That we did something wrong?
Somebody from the Buzz did something that got millions.
Oh, yeah.
Very recently.
Very recently.
Very successful sales.
Which would be?
member, Trey Schaff.
Who has
Trey
the
Schaff.
same name as me.
Yeah, Trey Schapp for sure.
Yeah, not a Woodward and Bernstein.
Here's one from Christopher, our buddy up in Springdale. His favorite moment of Morning Mayhem was meeting David and Roger at FL Davis Ace Hardware.
Nice.
That's right,
Nice.
Chris. We finally got a chance to meet him. You know what's crazy, Josh, is that it's hard to believe the Bree Ellis year was this year. I mean, we got a chance.
Wow.
We were so fortunate because I had asked Courtney Deifel and them to give me who they thought we should have on the show. And because I had gone through different ones. Well, I didn't see her email back to me. She said, call me. And so I just said, I'm going to go through the roster. I think I might have asked Justin. But I ended up going, hey, I'm just going to roll the dice with Bree Ellis. I think she's going to have a great year. maybe she'll have a great year. I didn't say I think she. Hopefully,
greatest year
one
ever.
of the greatest years in the history of softball, and so that was great for Morning Mayhem. I think too.
So that was a shot in the dark.
It
was. Mean, obviously not completely in the dark. I mean, she's a talented player.
We just said there were a couple others you could have went through, but we were so fortunate. I'd have killed myself if we hadn't gotten ours. No. I think the other great get for Morning Mayhem was to have the fact that Terry Bradshaw's calling the show throughout football season. I think that's
pretty awesome.
For like 40 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
Like we have to break.
So let me ask you this: did his notorious Aaron Rodgers comments that got all the national play? Did that precede like him coming on every week, or did that kind of kick it off? Right,
that was when we did the show at his house down in Texas.
Right.
And
okay.
So, and then that's when he realized he heard Dan Hampton with us, and I think John Daly. He thought, well, he said, "Hey, I'll do this with you guys."
It was cool. Last Tuesday, I got to talk to Dan and John Daly.
I
know. Some of those guys will kind of overlap with me every once in a while, but it was fun. It's going to be fun today to talk to all the various guys calling in for segments.
And everybody's sort of laid back, this time of this day.
A lot of people out there duck hunting right now.
Okay, I see somebody was complaining about not enough water.
It's dry, man. I've got some duck numbers, although even our very own in-house team and our waterfowl biologists don't have a lot of confidence in them because of the drought. We talk about these duck numbers, and, of course, people call in or text in y'all can't count or whatever. Yeah. And, look, it's an estimate, number one, but it is designed. Basically, a computer spits out, hey, you're going to fly these lines this time. And, we have the same, hundreds of lines that are in the system, but it varies every time. And theoretically, over time, you get a more true, statistically accurate picture. When you have a drought like we have right now, and those lines happen to take you over where large concentrations of ducks are, it can make the estimate be higher than it really should. So the 1.4 million total ducks, and this was 2 weeks ago, and 440,000 mallards, probably much lower than that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's dry, bad dry out there, man.
A couple things today. That is our man John Denver, who's having a birthday today. Somebody makes a point. One of this is from Benji, one of their favorite things we did on the show. Justin Moore's rant about just win one. Just one is all he was like. And Josh, it's also, if we remember correctly, it was in 2025 when I took my phone to the basketball game and got Justin doing his umpire rant. His
that was
rant.
This year.
So what we'll do, we'll let
legendary.
We'll come back. We'll let Josh,
some minimum wage employee giving him hell at the Poe and Sheridan basketball game.
We'll come back. We'll let Josh hit some of those throughout. If you got a favorite this year that you want us to play, we'll do that. If you got a question for Trey Reed, we'll ask him. Got a busy show. Glad you're with us on this last day of the year. Don't forget, horses are running tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Oaklawn as well. Don't go away. 6:31.
Celebrate the opening of Flyway Brewing's new Breckenridge Village location with The Zone broadcasting on location this Friday on 103.7 The Buzz.
This is Sports Center.
It was a trio of bowl results on Tuesday. Louisiana Tech rallies from behind to beat Coastal Carolina 23-14 in the Independence Bowl. Then Brett Bielema and Illinois get win number 9 of the year. It was a walk-off 30-28 victory over Tennessee. The Vols finish 8-5, but don't beat a single team with a winning record in 2025. And then to end the day, it was a thriller as Sonny Dykes and TCU take down number 16 USC 30-27 with a walk-off touchdown in overtime. The Trojans finished with a 9-win season. The second 12-team college football playoff kicks off tonight as Miami meets Ohio State at 6:30. You can catch the game on ESPN. You can also catch it right here on 103.7 The Buzz. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Wednesday's highs reach the upper 50s to low 60s with lots of sunshine and calm westerly winds. And then for New Year's Eve, temperatures drop into the low 40s by the time the ball drops, and then we'll eventually reach the mid 30s into New Year's Day in the morning. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Arkansas Storm Team meteorologist Jenna Warner.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and Light Maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Paid depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
So the body knows that it needs to heal itself, but it doesn't know how to concentrate it and target it into just one area. So that's where we come in.
By we, Dr. Ashley Caravelli means the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, QC Kinetics.
We put in those treatments, then it sends out like little signalers to your body. We're able to make the body focus on the areas that need the most healing.
QC Kinetics has gathered brilliant medical minds like Dr. Caravelli and Dr. Mitchell Shinecup, a pioneer in the field of regenerative medicine, to lead the way in these innovative pain treatments.
So at QC Kinetics, we have a whole team working nationwide with cutting-edge research to reach our patients and treat them and know that surgery is no longer their only option.
The consultation is free. Find out if you're a candidate. Call QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. 501-214-5880.
'Tis the season. Shop your holiday needs at Fort Thompson. Great selection of hunting and outdoor apparel. Pistols, rifles, shotguns, boots, waders, and gun safes. Fort Thompson's in Sherwood or FortThompson.com.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Willie D's Dueling Pianos has not moved yet. They're still rocking right here in the Little Rock River Market. Dueling Pianos upstairs, DJs downstairs with food and drinks every week. Reserve and learn more at WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Come and get your Willie on.
Hey, everybody, this is NFL Hall of Famer Dan Hampton, and I love hanging out with Baz and the boys on the Buzz. Tune in every morning so you can get the news just like I do.
I was looking at our D3 Auto Sales text line. Somebody says, my wife always thought that Big Joe was a black man. What? How about that? So how about that?
So did my wife.
Whoa! Whoa! That is on the ball. That is fantastic, China.
It's Trey Reed from the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. If you've got questions about outdoor life in Arkansas, Trey is the guy with all the answers. Brought to you by Arts Marine. Arts Marine in North Little Rock has been carrying Yamaha, G3, and Tohatsu for over 50 years. Call them today at 753-7351.
All right, if you got a question or comment for Trey, 661-1037. We just got a now the area code 619. You have any idea what that's?
Boyaca. It is San Diego.
It is.
I know that because it's in Rey Mysterio's entrance music.
Is that right?
Yes.
So we got a listener out there who's up. So if it's 6:35,
he consistently listens to our show.
So it's 4:35. He's the early rise. Said thanks to you, Baz and the boys, and for bringing some of home to those of us that live in California.
So I wonder what he does.
That'd make him a 409er.
I did that. Good point. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Coming in at 1B with the buzz, Jock Strip of the Year is Acre saying, "Oh, this is great." Acre saying that
brother.
Basketball, after 0-5 was over. Remember we've got that in the system where it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
And then Arkansas turned out to get to the Sweet 16.
And we
bold prediction.
Yes.
Well, we had talked about why that it wasn't necessarily the case, and laid out a pretty like reasonable argument for why it wouldn't be the case. And he's like, no, No, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it at all.
And we played that clip. We
beat him to death with it.
played that until I'm sure he was so sick of hearing that thing.
Because everybody loves it when they're pointed wrong. Pointed out to be wrong.
Of course,
he wouldn't entertain the idea.
No, he was so smug in his delivery.
And we were just like, Boogie hadn't played very well, so if you kind of distribute the shots, they shoot better. They might be better. And he goes, no, not possible.
That was it. Best thing that happened to the team was Boogie Flan getting hurt.
I think. Oh, here, actually, you know what?
There's a report out. I'm sure you guys have talked about it. That Boogie Flan is done for the year, so that means the season is over.
Yeah, Josh, I said this. What happens if could it spark something with Nelly and that maybe that could they somehow be better? No, don't think so.
I don't know.
Don't think moving like Wagner. Maybe it inspires Wagner and Nelly to play better.
I mean, I think
no. Don't think so.
Season's over.
Somebody said season's over, and that's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened.
Actually, when the season started, that is when the season truly began. For
so that's the beauty of radio in our show, that everything can be recorded.
Well, also, if you are smug, some of the time, it's inevitably going to come back and bite you in the ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Someone says no water, no ducks. Are they ever going to drop the limit? Big hunting clubs leaving all this food has ruined hunting.
Well, you got to remember that Let me say this first and foremost. The federal government. Oh, go ahead.
It's when it slows, they call someone to drive and get them up until they get limits, making a lot of money cheating the system.
I mean, look, let's look at that a different way. When everybody likes to point the finger at somebody, and like when it's like bankers and lawyers, and when it comes to duck hunting, the quote-unquote rich guys in their clubs are, destroying it for everybody. But I got to tell you that most of the people who invest a lot of money in habitat for waterfowl, they're probably, they're doing themselves a favor, but they're attracting ducks to the area. The ducks don't just stay on one place. It's an issue that folks are talking about. They call it hot cropping, where you grow a crop with no intention of ever harvesting it. Of course, on most places where we lease fields, you can't do that. The farmer's got to make his buck, right? Especially right now. We've all heard what's going on with farmers, and so they can't afford to leave 100 acres of rice or 100 acres of corn out in the field. And some people, maybe with certain means, can afford to do that. So
just to attract animals?
Just to attract. Now, you can't hunt over that. That would be considered baiting, but it's like a field near your area. As long as you don't go in it and hunt it or manipulate it, it's perfectly legal right now. Getting back to the season getting shorter, there's probably, I don't want to give a false impression here that it doesn't matter how many ducks we kill, that we shouldn't have limits, but hunters have a lot less influence on overall continental duck populations than we probably think we do. And so that's why you see, for 25 years, we've had 60-day seasons with 6 duck bag limits across the Mississippi Flyway, and that's decided at the federal level, and then the states determine when their seasons are going to be. They can be more restrictive, but they can't allow people to have more days to hunt or shoot more ducks. So it's a difficult question to answer, but I think ultimately the number of days and bag limits that we have, to get back to the original point of that listener. Are we going to get, it all really kind of depends on the habitat in Canada and the northern U.S. And if it continues to stay dry up there like it has been, like the pond counts were down really low last year, we'll probably see a reduction in days ultimately.
A couple other things here. Our listener from California said, I'm in San Diego. I go by SD Hog Fan. I listen every morning. I work for the Navy. Thanks again, fellas.
That was my guess.
I wondered,
Nat Daddy,
29 Palms.
Nat Daddy from Lost Corners brings up another good one that happened this year. We're looking for anything that you remember from 2025 that stands out to you. Big Vickery's Ferry World was a good one. I forgot about that.
I don't remember that.
Was it about the same topic?
Yes, it was.
You're living in a fairy world if you think that the Razorback basketball team is going to do well.
A lot of naysayers.
Yeah, Bill Vickery's coming in today, so we'll have some fun playing that. And, of course, one of the epic of all time was when Vickery and Akery got into it with each other. You've heard that one, right?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the classics.
Also happened this year, at the very beginning of the year, but Roger and Justin teamed up at Simmons Bank Arena.
Oh, they sure did.
Yeah,
that was this year.
I believe so.
Is that right?
That was the night that the Commanders played the Lions in the playoffs.
That was this year.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was when they Simmons Bank Arena.
On my phone, it popped up the other day. Gemma and Michael, I brought him Jana, excuse me, and Michael brought him that really nice plaque. Like, remember that commemorative plaque, the picture of him on stage?
Yes,
yeah. They brought him that really beautiful thing they had framed.
I forgot about that. Here's one of my favorite part is realizing I've been texting 661-1037 instead of 501-661-1037 since 2022. Just figured the phones were blowing up so you guys didn't see my text. So this guy's been texting the wrong number for all the. Just realized we're not.
Just seven.
I guess
only been texting
you have to do 501 the whole time. Is that the deal?
I thought doesn't it usually return to sender? It's like, hey, this is not a number.
Oh, by the way, too. Today is the birthday. Interesting, and is a guy we lost this year. His birthday is today. One of our favorite guys, entertainment-wise.
Gene Hackman.
Well, we lost Gene Hackman this year, but no, it's his birthday today, and we used to play his clip. I think in the 9 o'clock hour. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Bill Paxton.
Not Bill.
Is he alive?
No, he's dead.
Yeah. Okay.
But think about this guy.
Oh, is it Val Kilmer?
Val Kilmer.
Oh,
yeah. He died this year.
Oh.
He did. I did a little show prep when you texted me the other day.
Yeah.
First thing I looked up was Celebrity Deaths 2025.
Yeah. Well, think about this. You had two Hollywood couples die together. Hackman and his wife, and then obviously
Rob
Reiner didn't die; they were murdered. But you had two couples.
That's right.
And Val Kilmer is obviously one of the ones that we really love just because of Tombstone. We'll take a break. If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037. Someone says here, my favorite part is every time anyone argues with Baz and it goes on for 20 minutes. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're
especially Josh, right?
You're in for a battle if you argue with me.
If you
I'll make you earn it. I'll make you earn it.
Every second.
I've been meaning. I can't remember. This was weeks ago, and I don't even remember what the topic was. But it was almost like y'all had it set up to argue, like when you
pro
came
wrestling.
Back,
was like pro wrestling.
No, right. It was like a staged argument, but it was very constructive. I can't remember what the topic
was. It us?
It was the two of you, and it was a football topic.
It's always David being like,
and it was.
I used to play for the love of the game.
No,
the game's changed.
I wish I could remember. I almost texted in or called. I was driving somewhere across Arkansas that day. I was like, I got to remember to tell those guys. It was a really good, robust discussion.
The last one, it was very
Did
emotional.
you just use the term robust discussion to discuss the Morning Mayhem segment?
Believe it or not, I did.
Yeah, wow.
Words that have never been spoken between 6 and 10 a.m.
Speaking of dialogue, Coach Cal, we've been playing some of his comments. They went nationwide, of course.
Yeah.
Did you see when the NCAA came out yesterday and said the kid from Baylor would not be eligible to play?
Yeah.
After saying, I guess, initially.
Well, Tom Mars made the point that they're not adjudicating any of these. They're not looking at these cases right now because the NCAA is on break. So they're not actually they're not going piece by piece to look through the merits of every argument. But they did say blanket statement, we're not going to have kids playing for, Real Madrid come over and
which
play.
they needed to say, and that's one of the reasons I think it prompted Cal to go off. I think Tom Mars is going to be on with us next week. He thinks the Chandler deal is going to come down any day now.
Really?
Yeah. So
the portal's open, so it should.
That's what I'm saying.
It should.
The NCAA needs to have those ready to go.
It's once again one of those calendar deals where the reason why the NCAA is not meeting currently is because guess where are most college students right now?
Yeah, they're not in
home
school. Yeah,
for
that's
break, right? So the NCAA can take a break. Problem is, football calendar, free agency is about to happen, right? So, I mean, they need to make sure we need to know who is a free agent and who's not a free agent.
That's right.
Yeah.
Someone says here, they're making fun of me. They said, quote, they didn't die, they were murdered. What's the better way?
They didn't die, they were murdered.
What's the appropriate way
Semantics?
to say that?
Didn't die natural
causes. Natural causes.
Not by
not by their own hand.
Not by
yeah. So, all right. If anybody wants to be a part of the show, you know how to do it. 661-1037. You can call or text. If you got a question for Trey. Trey's going to be here all show today, so I don't feel like you got to get it in now. You can get it at any time.
4 hours to get a crack at Trey.
And it doesn't have to be about Game and Fish. It can be about he's done a show prep.
Everything.
He's done a show prep.
2025, baby.
That's John Denver again. His birthday today. Taking us to break. Don't go away.
Should have been home yesterday. Country road.
Hey, Roger, this week wraps up the first session of the 2025-26 racing meet, known as the Holiday Racing Meet, before it returns on January 30th. Do you have your picks ready? I need some help.
Ready? I've already picked out my lucky socks. Racing runs Thursday through Sunday, and Saturday starts early at noon. I'm skipping brunch for this.
Brunch? Forget brunch. You can bet from anywhere with bet.oaklawn.com. No excuses.
Anywhere? Like from my couch? in my socks.
Yep, iPhone and iPad users, grab the app in the Apple App Store. Android folks, go to bet.oaklawn.com and save it to your home screen. Easy peasy.
Nice. And new members get up to $200 in sign-up bonuses with promo code BUZZ26. That's enough for new socks.
Plus, you can watch and wager on any track, earn cashback points, and get free past performances and expert picks. Basically, Roger, they're giving you all the tools to win.
And the big race is this week, the $250,000 Smarty Jones Stakes on Saturday. Now, that's some serious money.
Bet, watch, and win at bet.oaklawn.com. Sign up today with promo code BUZZ26 before your socks run out of luck.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part? It's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts, 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has got it. And that includes upgrading your truck with Vortex spray liners. Tough, durable, proudly made in the USA. Their spray liners can protect your truck for years to come. Call Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse at 501-568-0040 to schedule your spraying. Or stop by 65th and University. Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Washita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Washita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3, with live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week, and join the fun at Washita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
This is Trey Schapp. Tune in each Friday morning at 5:30 right here on The Buzz as I bring you From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. If you like to hear interesting stories about the game of golf, this is for you. You can also find it wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Miss Arkansas 2023 Corey Keller, and you're listening to Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
A little mayhem on the court to end the first half, but your Little Rock Trojans able to get within one.
That's Trey Schapp.
That was earlier this year.
Trey Schapp with a little mayhem mention. And I think when Joe Klein did it, I think that was 2 years ago.
It was. Then Pat did it on...
he did it on SEC Network?
Yeah, on the network. Yeah, he worked that one in.
So glad you're with us here. If you just joined in, 6:52. We got Trey Reed here this morning. Good morning, Trey.
Good morning. Good morning.
Talking about Arch Marine, and he's going to be hanging out with us the whole show. We got Walt Coleman. Good morning, Walt.
Good morning.
Oh, there you go. Let's try it again. Hello, Walt.
Good morning.
It's got. Look at that hat. That is a classic
Isn't
cow
that great?
hat.
I'm getting the, let's see, get this camera up so everybody
Yeah,
can see
you'll
it.
be able to sit here in just a
and
second.
so, Walt, you said your grandkids gave this to you?
Yes, they gave me this hat. They gave me one last year, and they gave me one this year. Very, very appropriate.
Get that. Turn him up just a little bit if you can, Josh.
Yeah, some gate issues.
A lot to cover today. If you just joined the show, we're talking about things that you remember about the Buzz that you thought were funny or you didn't like. Talking about maybe what you think is going to happen in 2026, what you'd like to see happen, memories of this year. Somebody brought up a really great point that I forgot about. Was a great memory, not just Gage Woods, but remember when I guess it was the regional.
Yeah, I was
or
actually
super,
going
was
to
the
mention
super regional.
I was going to mention this.
Yeah, where the fans go into where the team goes in the stands.
What a moment!
Yeah,
Like,
it really was.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked so much about like the different, the kids from all over the place are mercenaries now in college sports, and I thought that was kind of the cool part about that team, right? They had kids from Australia, they had brothers from Hawaii, they had Arkansas kids, they had local kids combining with kids from all over the world that came together and accomplished, winning championships is great, but sometimes you do have to enjoy stuff that happens along the way, and that was a really cool moment to watch them go. We all
a little pure and nostalgic moment for college athletics.
Diving in the lake out there.
All the media folks, we go down on the field and the players go up into the stands. So we came down to watch.
Hey, I gotta go with the outdoor angle. Razorback baseball team heavy on fishermen.
Yes,
a lot of big
Cam
anglers.
Kozel.
Yes, Cam. We were even trying to leverage him for the Game and Fish podcast. We did. It's one of those things.
Him.
It's like talking like a radio guy here since I'm going to be on for 4 hours today.
Did he cost too much? He cost too much?
No, I think it was one. No, it was one of those things, just like dealing.
David's
with,
like, we can afford him.
Like
Did you afford him?
Dealing with NIL stuff,
sure.
and of course, like some of our outreach marketing people kind of seized on it at the exact. It was a great moment when everything was going great.
Yeah.
But they were also very busy. They were trying to, win baseball games and stuff. And so I think we got kind of like the trail got a little cold after the World Series.
I love watching during the year. You'd see just random media people post pictures on Twitter and stuff. It's like there's Cam, and Cam was it'd be a Tuesday at noon, and he'd be behind the scoreboard fishing.
Yeah, I think we talked about it. He had another NIL deal with Norfolk Fly Shop in Norfolk, Arkansas.
Did.
Yeah, at
he
the confluence
did.
of the Norfolk and White.
Hopefully we'll get him again. Now, Walt, you were a baseball player, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and
yes.
And what were your years for baseball?
74 to. Well, I graduated in 74.
Yeah,
so.
you had such a unique exposure.
I was in DeBrine's first recruiting class.
You saw the baseball program start with nothing. No, you didn't even have a stadium.
No, we had no place to play.
This was in the 70s.
Yes, it was 1970 to 74. And
where did you play then, Walt?
We played out at American Legion Park.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the sad thing was we weren't even in the Southwest Conference.
Yeah.
We were an independent.
How about that?
And my senior year, we got in the conference and we played in Texas. Had to come to Fayetteville to play us. And, they fly into Fort Smith and they got their big Continental Trailways bus. And it comes up to the field and it gets stuck. Because it was a dirt road. You had to ride on a dirt road to get to the field.
Such a uniquely Arkansas story.
They had to be very impressed with. But anyway, they had to
great
stop.
facilities in the baseball program.
So the players
in the 70s.
had to get out and walk through the dirt and so forth to get to the field. But we did win 1 out of 3 out of that series, and that's back when Texas was. I mean, they had great teams back there.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Coach, think about that. Coach Burleson won a national championship, and then they were knocking on the door of another national championship just a few years before that in football. But yet he never, that was not something was a priority for him until Norm DeBrine basically built that out of nothing.
Yeah, he did. Norm did. He built it out of nothing. I mean, he was the ground. We were the ground crew.
How about that?
I mean,
that's awesome.
It's unbelievable where the program has got to.
Yeah.
He started getting good players. Like Kevin McReynolds. And so forth. And
now, you didn't have anywhere to play, American Legion Field, and now it's like, I mean, I go and I marvel at that place.
Well, it's one of the nicest parks in college baseball.
It is,
and probably minor league baseball.
Yeah, no, it's. We had the Diamond back in Richmond, Virginia. It was basically a concrete cinder block. And, I mean, Arkansas's baseball stadium is 10 times nicer than what we have for AA team.
And you think about this, they've had 2 coaches. 2?
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
David Orr and David Orr was a player for Coach DeBrine, so really cool. Of course, you come from a place in Pine Bluff maybe the greatest baseball coach in the history of our state.
Yeah, Billy Bach.
At the high school, produced as many state championships, and of course his son went on to win.
You know, Pine Bluff just in general, and Bach deservedly gets a lot of credit for that, but just Pine Bluff was a baseball town in the 70s and 80s. Hosted the Babe Ruth World Series
when I was growing up and
and
playing American Legion baseball,
Torrey Hunter.
we had, they had great players, and Lock Plumbing was one of the teams.
Lock Plumbing, Kell Athletics, where I worked for 3.5 years.
So is it weird that when I hear Bach, my mind goes, where do I know Bach from? Oh, that's Wicked. There's a character. I'm sorry.
I think Johann Sebastian Bach, the composer.
All right, listen, if you want to be a part of the show, if you got some good memories of 2025 that you want to make fun of us or want us to play, we will play those. If you got a question for Trey, Game and Fish, if you got a question for Walt Coleman, I'm like you, Josh. Throughout the week, it's like, I got to ask Walt that. And then I forget to write it down.
Here's the catch, the Puka Nakua catch. You weren't awake for that.
I just love when you say Picanua.
I was going to ask about that catch, too.
All right, well, you know what? We'll ask you when we come back. Don't go away. 7 o'clock.
We're the original social media you don't need a smart device for. But we'll also meet you there, too. 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ, Little Rock.
Last call for 2025 savings. It's Mark Miller for Parker Cadillac with a 72-hour end-of-the-year sales event. 3 days of the biggest discounts of the year and 0 extensions. Shop a huge selection of cars, trucks, and full-size SUVs at clearance prices. Plus, get a first-class buying experience. When the sale ends, it's over. Don't wait. Jump online at parkerspecials.com or call us now, 501-224-2400, and finish the year in style. But hurry, these deals end January 2nd.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Justin Moore from Morning Mayhem here. From our family to yours, we hope that you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
State health officials are sounding the alarm after Arkansas sees its highest number of whooping cough cases in 15 years. The Arkansas Department of Health says over 500 cases have been reported so far in 2025. At least 50 people were hospitalized and at least one person is dead. Now, officials say most cases were reported in school-aged children and teens. They're urging people to get vaccinated to help stop the spread. And police and fire departments in Jacksonville are addressing the state's blood shortage. They are partnering with Our Blood Institute for a blood drive next Thursday. This is happening from 9 to 1 at the FEMA Safe Room on Marshall Road. All donors will get a Give Hope t-shirt, a ticket to the Museum of Discovery, and a free cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes. You will also be entered to win $5,000 to start the new year. Appointments can be scheduled through a link on Jacksonville Police's Facebook page. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Kara Case, Jessica Rockwell.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Wednesday's highs reached the upper 50s to low 60s with lots of sunshine and calm westerly winds. And then for New Year's Eve, temperatures drop into the low 40s by the time the ball drops, and then we'll eventually reach the mid 30s into New Year's Day in the morning. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Arkansas Storm Team meteorologist Jenna Warner.
Are you hungry? Something new, $25, all you can eat, sushi rolls, soup, salad, Benihana rice. Come at Benihana's Monday through Thursday.
Hi, this is Joe Klein with Corky's Ribs and Barbecue. Whether you are dining in for daily specials like Cheese Dip Happy Hour, driving through for a barbecue bulk pickup order, or prefer our full-service catering, our professional staff at Corky's has you covered. Corky's in Little Rock and North Little Rock. We'll see you soon. And be sure to listen each week when I stop by 103.7 The Buzz.
This is David BAZZEL for my bank, Simmons Bank. I love the fact that Simmons Bank started in Pine Bluff way back in 1903 with a little over $3,000 in deposits, and over the last 122 years, they've grown to 6 states, 200 locations, and $27 billion in assets. But the best thing is, they've never forgotten where home is. They're committed to helping Arkansans reach their dreams. Whether it's a home loan or money for home improvements, Simmons Bank wants to help. They can turn the equity in your home into a line of credit or help take your business to the next level. Just start by going online and opening an account at SimmonsBank.com. It's that simple. And if you haven't noticed, Simmons Bank is in the community because they live where you live. Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock, Simmons Bank Field at War Memorial Stadium, and Simmons Bank Field and Pavilions at UAPB. Just some of the venues that Simmons Bank supports. And congrats to Simmons for hosting the second Simmons Bank Championship presented by Stevens at Pleasant Valley Country Club. Another outstanding job. Well done. And if you haven't noticed, I am proud to call Simmons Bank my bank.
This is Justin Acree. If hand or wrist pain is getting in the way of your daily life, it's time to see the specialists at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Their fellowship-trained hand and wrist surgeons treat everything from arthritis and fractures to nerve injuries and carpal tunnel. And with Arkansas's only hand trauma telemedicine program, advanced care is available around the clock. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus, lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Brand new players get a 100% profit boost just for downloading the Bet Saracen app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Steve Edwards Jr. with Edwards Food Giant and Edwards Cash Saver. Christmas season is upon us, and with that comes all the typical hustle and bustle of the holidays. This Christmas, as you hang your stockings and sip the hot chocolate, take a moment to celebrate the true reason for the season. Love, hope, and joy brought to us on that first Christmas night. Share kindness, offer forgiveness, and embrace the love that came to us that holy night. From the entire team at Edwards, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Arkansas fans, a reminder, we can't win every time. That would be boring. And besides, the only place where that happens is at Genesis of Conway. The minute you arrive at the dealership, you know this will be a different car buying experience. Owning a GV70 or GV80 makes you feel like a winner every time, and it's not boring. Believe me. They'll make it happen at Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
What's going on, everyone? DJ Williams here with the Buzz and the Zone. We got you covered. That's right, New Year's Eve edition. Coach Kelly is going to be joining us alongside Joe Klein. It's always going to be a fun show when those two get together. Michael Felder, man, we're going to be having a treat to end the year with him because ain't no telling what he's going to say. Make sure you tune in for that one. Also going to wrap up our Oaklawn with Zach Gillum, let you know what to be looking out for when it comes to some big New Year's Eve game bowls and college football playoffs. They're right here. They're up on. It's going to wrap it up with some birthday trivia thanks to our friends at Brewski. Make sure you tune in to The Zone, where sports and entertainment come crashing together.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
7-0 and 7-0 game.
Here are David BAZZEL.
Joy Chestnut is back.
Roger Scott.
Both of them have passed, one by his own hand.
And Justin Moore.
How big old boy are you?
All right, 7:06. Glad you're with us today on this New Year's Eve, December 31st. We're really thankful to have had you in 2025 as listeners. Thank you so much, and we look forward to having you in 2026. Trey Reed is here with us, hanging out most of the show, all the show, rather. Brought to you by Arch Marine. Thanks, Trey. Appreciate
Thanks for
that.
having me. Thanks for Arch Marine to another year of support. Of
exactly right. Walt Coleman, Sigma Supply, has been your sponsor for ever.
Since day one.
We appreciate them. We'll talk a little refereeing here in just a second. We need to say Happy New Year to the people in Australia, right?
Oh, yeah. It's already
Sydney.
2026 there.
Yeah, one of our listeners said, hey, by the way, Happy New Year to Australia, and we forget sometimes that way the clock works.
I didn't believe it. You said that, and I had to look it up, and Siri confirmed it is New Year's.
So a few of the things we're doing today, if you just tuned in, we're just sort of looking back, and, I know Acree's doing that a couple days with his show, going through the list of things happening nationally, or it has happened. We want your help to remind us the things that you enjoyed this year, either the stupid things we did on the show or things you enjoyed. Expectation for 2026. You don't have to make a resolution. Maybe an expectation or a goal, like what would be your goal for this basketball team, the baseball team, do they finally get over the hump? The softball team, will they get to Oklahoma City? Can we? Again, I was mentioning earlier, the Democrat Gazette's trying to break down the 2025 football season, and they're trying all these angles. What was the worst loss of the 10 that we had? It's just like, there's
worst individual perperformance this year.
Yeah. As somebody that used to work in the sports department at the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, I can tell you that there's a lot of thought and a lot of preparation as you're putting that year-end paper together, the first edition of the new year. That has got to be like an agonizing task when you have a season like the Razorbacks had, and you're trying to not spin it positive, but just like spin it anyway. There's just like, what's the story there? I mean, they sucked. I mean, and it's as simple as that. Like, how do you parse out how bad they sucked? I guess is what it sounds like.
We have been through We have been through so much misery. I mean, we have had 3 2-10 seasons in 8 years, and then the other ones. You hear Bielema talking yesterday, going, "Well, I did go to 3 bowl games, and I had the 2 years where I missed by 1 game." It's like, going to a bowl game now. We're going to watch a game, I think, on Friday between 5-7 somebody and 6-6 somebody.
No. We had a bowl
Appalachian
game.
State.
We had a rematch from Sun Belt Conference play.
Yeah.
It was
a
Thursday
rematch
between 5-7 App State and 6-6 Georgia Southern.
Yeah. It's almost what's become now. Hold on, it's almost what's become. Watching the NCAA tournament now, we have a playoff. Now it's almost like the bowl games are like what's the other basketball tournament instead of the
NIT.
The NIT. It's like the NIT.
But
You just don't have as much interest.
I will say you do get some, like we got that there's some opt outs.
Great
Tennessee Illinois game.
Great game last night. 2 games.
The TCU. Now that
the
TCU game was great. Well, the kid got to come in and play quarterback. He went from Vanderbilt. He was a TCU. Grew up as a Horned Frog fan, and he didn't get to play the whole season.
Yep, he got to play last night.
And he got to start last night.
Yeah.
And they won the game in overtime.
Yeah.
I mean,
those
kind of things
you get
are
BYU and Georgia Tech. Those two teams at the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which it could be funny and ridiculous. It's like, because during the breaks they were honoring Pop-Tarts, so they were like retiring Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Like, Strawberry is in the Hall of Fame, and then the next play is it's Haynes King's final drive at Georgia Tech. Like we can have it all. Some of these games can be fun, so it's nice when you get some teams that care.
And you think about this: we've played like 25 bowl games already, like 20 bowl games already. You still got. There's so.
It started like 3 weeks ago.
Yes, 41 bowl games, and so today you have, which could be a great game. Number 23 Iowa versus number 14 Vanderbilt.
Pavia's final game. Probably.
That's at 11 o'clock, right? You got Arizona versus Duke at 1. You got
State.
Number 18 Michigan versus number 13 Texas at 2. Nebraska versus number 15 Utah at 2:30, and then you got tonight Miami and Ohio State. It's obviously part of the playoff.
And I've picked 10 correct.
You what?
I have picked 10 correct of the 20-something bowl games.
I know.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean,
back to David's point. How do you make an accurate prediction when so many opt outs and you got, like you said, 5-7 and 6-6 teams playing?
Well, David said he was 0-2 and 0-4, and I'm thinking, heck.
Yeah.
I've been 0-6, one day.
I feel so bad for our fans, and I tell you, I've done this for 13 years. Go to every game. I mean, I go to every game for 13 years, home and away, and the ways we lose, and it's been going on for so. Just the disappointment. It's just like, the way we lose this year. And then, we almost beat Ole Miss. You almost beat this. You almost beat this. You find a way to lose. You beat them and do the same thing. We're up 21.
Yeah. 2 games
in a row, and 2021, and we lose. It's just the poor fans. Have been
what worries me about it, David, is like a generational apathy that sets in because there are folks like, those of us of a certain age in this room. Sorry, Josh, and I don't mean to go to the standard trope of you being the young guy, but
back in my day.
No, what I'm saying is I grew up when I became an Arkansas Razorback fan because my parents were Razorback fans, and we went to all these games. We were good, man.
Yeah.
I saw some. We were talking about it. I saw some amazing moments, like the '78 Orange Bowl, and victories over Texas in 1981. When they were number one. It's like, so I think there's like a whole like cohort
There
now.
is.
It's like they don't like maybe react to it as much as we're reacting right now because they don't remember when it was like really good.
You almost have to take it as if like that was a different sport. Like
100%, Josh. I don't disagree with that at all.
Because we talk about this all the time. Like what you're talking about was a totally different landscape of the
100% agreement.
It's like the same reason why folks remember like Nebraska was being good. Well, yeah, they were one of 6 teams that was on television every week. Right now, everybody's on TV, so that kind of national advantage they have is long gone. You almost have to treat it as a different sport. But yes, I understand for y'all. It must be infuriating to watch. Especially for this one over here. I know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
when it takes the show on the road,
it's got to really be frustrating when you can't tackle.
Yeah.
This season.
And to think that I say it again, Josh is tired of me. That defense that was ranked 120th out of 130th. Those guys were making hundreds of thousands of dollars this year for that defense.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
They were
listen, I
look,
know
they could have found some good players and paid them $100,000.
Right.
Other teams did that, so
all right, 661-1037 is a text line. I'm going to read some text, and also Josh is going to play some clips that he remembers from this year that we've done on the show. And if you have a memory that you think was fun of the show or that you liked, like I'll read here in a second. My favorite moment, Justin's crash out. This is Justin Moore. Every time a listener didn't know his songs after several hints, I don't know, cracks me up. And when Josh would say, "Let's give away state fair tickets month after the fair,"
that was Rogers. But also, Justin got angry the one time. I got angry every single week because here's what they would do. They would tell people for hours what the song was going to be.
Basically, tell them the title of the song for Justin's song.
We would play it twice. You could Google it or you could Shazam it on your phone, and people were like, you guys got me. You stumped me. It's like, how in God's name? It happened we'd have like 3 people in a row. They're like, oh, man, you guys.
And poor Justin. Justin's having to listen to this. We don't usually do that on the day he's on the show.
I'm not familiar with that one. It's like, well, we've been telling you to get familiar with it for 3 hours. Oh, my God.
Here's one that says Joe Nichols' once-a-week segment was actually more than Justin Moore was on.
Yeah, wow.
There you go. Justin's in Florida this week. This one says, it's sad that Pop-Tarts honors their Hall of Famers better than the Razorbacks.
That is true.
There you go.
Their marketing is great. They're like, it's like 4th down and 8, timeout, and they're like, we're sending cinnamon off into the sunset.
Did I read that some like engineering student turned the trophy into a toaster?
Yeah. So here's what they do.
Great marketing.
They slide. So they have like the live mascots at the game, and they've figured out a contraption where they slide the human people down, obviously into a little staging area, and then on the other end of this box, 2 like hot life-size Pop-Tarts pop out the other end, and the winning team gets to grab a piece and eat them.
Yeah,
and they film this.
Did you see the coach from Brigham
I'm in,
Young?
man. Love Pop-Tarts.
It's awesome.
Did you see the coach from Brigham Young?
Yes.
What's his name?
Kalani Sitake.
Sitake. He eats a whole Pop-Tart in like 1 second.
Yeah.
He sticks the whole Pop-Tart in his mouth.
Yeah.
He's the big guy.
I know. I've never
guy,
seen anything like it in my life.
Yeah. And they rally. It's like you rally from down 21, and then you eat a Pop-Tart mascot. That's what it's all about. That's what college sports is all about.
It's the best it's the best marketing of any bowl out there.
I want to. Could you guys imagine David BAZZEL eating the Pop-Tarts mascot?
I love Pop-Tarts.
I can remember a few years ago when the Pop-Tarts Bowl debuted, I was like incredulous that there was a such thing as the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
That's awesome.
We've got Trey Reed and Walt Coleman. Bill Vickery's on the way. Did you find the Bill Vickery?
This Bill Vickery?
This joke about make the tournament.
You don't think it can still happen?
What are we? If we win the SEC tournament, yes.
No. Season ended today. Do you think they'd be in?
No, the season doesn't end today. You people live in a fairy world. I live in the real world where we've got.
Mind you, this was at a time when the 3 major bracketologists all had Arkansas safely in. And Bill was in just a separate reality. Bill was like watching the 1988 season or something.
We had Bill saying that, and then we had Acree going, season's over. Season's over.
Well, I have one more, by the way, on that note. Let's see, here it is. This is a classic.
It's disgusting. I threw up in my mouth watching him play against Arkansas. And they kept giving him the calls, and then I watched him in the game over the weekend. Same trash, but I'm glad they gave South Carolina a lot more calls, so it all worked out.
Yeah, it sure would be nice to get this win tonight.
What do you mean,
man.
wow? You don't agree, Josh?
I think manipulating contact is a skill.
I think manipulating contact is a skill. I think he's a
There's the classic. Whoa!
Brought to you by the guy who brought you, Josh. This is professional radio. Good stuff, real professional stuff.
Oh my gosh! I think Walt, the best parts of our show, it's really just the goofy, crazy things we do on the show. I mean, the things
And they
that we
just
say.
happen.
They just
I mean,
happen.
you
They're
know,
organic. That's exactly right.
Yeah, they just happen.
Do you have the clip of Roger when he had that you played a second ago during the break where Roger does it?
That's from years ago, though.
Oh, it is. He made a cry. Listen to this. Roger.
I have to find it again. I don't know where it is.
Roger does not. Roger, love him to death. One of the most talented guys on the planet.
Roger, love him to death.
He's having trouble with his hearing, and I don't think he realizes sometimes how loud he can be on the mic, or like he can be texting on his phone, and it's going, and I'm going, Roger, your phone, you can hear the, and this was something where I guess he just thought he wasn't close on the mic, but I have a sponsor here in the studio interviewing her, and this is what happens. In businesses, you're soliciting sponsorships right now, right?
We are currently asking people who would like to go ahead and make their pledge of support.
Excuse me, I apologize for that big yawn.
Did he just yawn?
I apologize.
Yes, he
did.
Really?
I heard that. Good Lord! Good Lord!
That's unreal.
Here's some more. Here's some more comments from our D3Osos text line. Best argument bar none when Baz about broke out the neck collar and called Josh Young man. I think I remember doing that. I can't remember what.
Multiple times.
Young man.
He says shut up, or he says I've been doing this for 25 years. That's what I know. That's what I know. I am in all kinds of trouble. Yeah.
Here's one that says John Denver didn't die. His airplane fell from the sky.
There you go.
Earlier in the show, Walt, I said
I was listening.
I should have said died natural causes. They were murdered. Yeah, two different couple deaths.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, I also wanted to say too. I hate to take this on go to a somber note, but
you're so good at that.
I do that quite often. Yesterday, I mentioned a buddy of mine named Tim Fleming, and I went by to see him at Baptist because they said he's going into hospice. They took him home and he died yesterday. Wow. And just a reminder, man. And he was, he worked on my house, and I got a great desk because of him and cabinets, and got fought cancer the last 2 years, and. I don't know how many people out there have had the chance to be around somebody before they pass. I've had the opportunity to be with some friends and loved ones there as they get ready to pass and have passed. And it's a sobering thing to realize, man, it's just how fragile life is to go, this guy was working on my house a few years ago, and, man, for whatever reason, he's dying today or dying the next day. And anyway, he was a great guy, and I want to express my condolences to the family, and got a chance to be with his stepson, Ethan. Boy, it just reminds me, though, that, man, we get so busy with life that if we can only just realize, hey, man, just take a moment and enjoy one another, because tomorrow's not promised. I saw word yesterday, one of the Kennedy girls, I think, 35.
Yeah, JFK's granddaughter, Caroline's daughter. We
don't know when our time's going to come, so enjoy the moment that we're in, and I'm so glad I got a chance to go by and see him yesterday, and he's in that hospice state of mind where they give you drugs and they're trying to make it easier, so you don't know if they're listening or not. And I was mentioning yesterday because he wasn't completely responding, and he had lost a ton of weight. Didn't look like the same guy you'd recognize. But so I was asking his stepson. I said, "Now, is he Dardanelle or?" He goes, "No, I think he went to. He grew up in Hot Springs." I said, "I wonder if what high school?" And I hear him go, "Lakeside." And it was the only thing he said. So he was listening. He just couldn't. He was barely fading in and out. Anyway, just makes you appreciate every day that we have. And those of you out there who are fighting with, we know people that are fighting with cancer right now for their lives. We've met them on the show before. And right over there on 630, there's a lot of people in hospitals that are fighting for their lives. And our heart goes out to them. For those of you that are healthy, man, count your blessings as we get ready for 2026. Everything that you do, for those of you that get to listen to us, we appreciate it. We're very grateful for that, too.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot express this enough. It's very, very humbling that people choose to make us a part of their morning ritual.
You bet.
When they share time with their kids, they take them to school, when they go to work. It means a lot when you get to people invite you in their lives in these moments. So
and listen,
it is not lost on us. We really do appreciate you guys doing that.
And listen every day. One thing about Walt too. Walt, you listen to us when you go on the road. You and your brother have been faithful listeners for decades.
Yeah. Yeah, all the way back, with Tommy and so forth. So,
and for those who missed it yesterday, Craig O'Neill was with us because we've got Roger's taking another day off today, much deserved. But boy, I tell you what, Terry Bradshaw went after Roger. It was so funny yesterday.
Yeah. Oh man, I missed that.
He
Sorry.
said, Craig. He said, man, I want you to tell you, I don't know where Roger is, but this has really been a great day to be on with you today. So taking a shot at Roger, which I'm sure. Listen. If you could have told Roger 25 years ago, Terry Bradshaw is going to beat you up on the air, Roger would have said, "Count me in." The great Terry Bradshaw.
Right. Well, I don't think Roger's a fan anymore.
Trust me, he loves the fact.
It's fun, man. They have a good time.
It does, and it all started when I had told Terry and this was happened this year. One of the things happened. We're talking about things that happened this year that you remember that stand out to you. When we went to his ranch with he and his wife's ranch and did that show. And he was having so much fun. He heard, I think, Daly or Hampton on with us, and he goes, "Wow!" He said, this is a regular deal. He said, "I wouldn't mind doing this," and that's what I said. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna ask you to do that."
You guys know David when he gets the green light. It is full throttle.
Yeah.
But that happened at a moment where, that interview that he did with us was the #1 story on ESPN.com. Now, it happened in July when everybody's like, please, any NFL news.
Nothing going on.
And if any NFL news, top of the list, especially with Rodgers. Every morning we came in July on that first show for us. Rodgers, all I talked about.
But he is a celebrity.
He is.
He's a big time.
He's a pop culture icon.
Yeah, so to have the opportunity to get him to call in and it's like, and he doesn't want to get off.
I know.
I
know.
We need to double break sometimes.
Well, what's so funny? I told Terry, I said, this guy Roger during a break, he is hilarious. He's been in movies. He's stand up, and so anyway, so finally, I think Terry. Let me tell you what, Terry's funny enough to where Terry's going to take a shot at you, but also Roger's smart enough to go, okay, Roger will get after you too. So Terry goes after Roger goes after Terry, and then a couple weeks ago, Roger and Terry really got into it, and because Roger can listen, he can play the cut down game, and Terry can too. Terry can do, but very blessed to have him on the show this year. Here's one for a Game and Fish related question, Trey.
Okay.
Said, this is actually sort of funny and random. Says, ask Trey, please. I'm not a fan of black crows. Is it legal to shoot them?
It is. We have a crow season in Arkansas. You got to be careful with crows, though. A lot of people don't realize they, like ducks and geese, are a migratory bird, so they are governed by some of these federal rules that I'm talking about and migratory bird treaties that have to be honored. So in order to make the season last a little bit longer, there's I can't even remember, there's certain days of the week that the season is closed. It's because it's much like ducks. You get X number of days to hunt crows. So in order to make that season last longer, I want to say maybe Monday and Tuesday are the days it's closed. I'll have to look it up. Don't quote me on that. But yes, you can hunt crows.
Hey, it's Randy.
Hey, Randy, how are you, man? Hadn't seen you in about 12 hours since you left last night. But no, you can hunt crows, and then if they're causing damage to an agricultural crop or to your property, there are exceptions in most game and fish codes for eliminating an animal that's harming your property or your person. So.
Gotcha. Someone says here, one thing from the past year I really enjoyed was seeing Isaac Tesla emerge in the NFL. I think he's got 6 touchdown receptions. I think that's 5 more than he had here when he played.
Tesla, and how about Satania at Oklahoma?
Yeah,
He was entire.
He had a
offense.
big season.
I mean, they needed every one of those touchdowns he had. Every 17-10 had when they had involved a Satania touchdown.
Here's one: the Gage Woods 19 strikeout no hitter at the College World Series is something I'll never forget. This is from Rebecca, and I'll never forget seeing you and Roger at Hot Springs Family Market opening in my 609 shirt. That's exactly right. You did wear the 609, and do have to thank Steve Qualls. What a great member he's turned out to be. Team member for Morning Mayhem and the Buzz. He does all of our shirts. If you want a shirt from a particular show, go to Design Labs, or you can just go to our streaming, and you'll see the little QR code and order you either a 609 shirt, a Morning Mayhem shirt. He's got Zone, Drive Time, all those others. But thanks to Steve Qualls for all the things he did. Someone said here, 2025 was the year that Walt Coleman finally acknowledged poor officiating. There you go.
Hey, was there except on the game where we had 19 penalties for
you did. You stayed with that.
190-something yards.
So, Walt, was there ever a time when you were listening where they were beating up one of your performances from a game that ever happened?
Yes.
Is there a certain game that's not in mind where maybe Baz or Tommy gave you?
No, I don't remember us ever going. Did we ever go?
Like, man, rough game for Walt yesterday, and that never happened.
I don't remember. Do you remember Walt?
Well, I just know it bound to have happened.
Yeah.
Someone says here, JT and Benton, best buzz situation 2025. Baz allowed Roger and Josh to host for 2 days last week. They did great. Well, that was not Josh. It was. See, you try to get a compliment, and it was not you, but you take it. I think
I wasn't here.
You were in Hawaii.
I was.
But listen, Roger obviously super talented. He can host the show whenever he wants to. Josh is super talented. He can host the show. We're very blessed to have what you were talking about, all the different guests we have on. We have on a lot of guests. We're not as much caller driven maybe as we used to be. A couple things it does. Hopefully, it's good content. And second of all, it does make money for the station because we have wonderful sponsors that want to be associated with Mark May coming up later, or Darren McFadden every week, or John Daly, or whoever it may be. Terry Bradshaw. But the bottom line is that we do have a lot of guests on here, and we're very thankful for that because I think all of you, listen, Walt, you're a Hall of Fame referee. To have you every week. To have Danny West every week to break down.
Yeah,
we've really got some talented people.
I would, I knew Walt before I moved here because I remember watching Walt like every big game. It's like Walt Coleman was referee, and then every Saturday night I'd watch my dad and I'd sit down and watch Mark May, Lou Holtz, and Reese Davis at a college football final. That's how I ended every fall Saturday. So it's cool to have those people on every single week with us.
And we'll have Mark May on a little bit later. Let's play the clip from Justin when Justin's frustrated. Listen, we don't get Justin all the time. We get him about 3 days.
I don't know what this clip is. This is not a clip I found.
Okay,
this is not a Josh Neighbors clip, so I don't remember who pulled it and where it is. So I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have it?
I don't know where it is.
That's another. You hear us complain. You hear us complaining about we can't find. We've got 9,000 clips. We can't find them in the system. It's the one where he went just one. I want one win. I'm not asking for 10. I want one, which is much indicative to the touchdown to the. Football season this year. Speaking of the Touchdown Club, great year for the Touchdown Club. We started off with Sam Pittman. Little did we know it was going to be his last appearance. Then you had Jimmy Johnson coming back. That was really an amazing get to have him there because he's hard to get. He was great.
Yeah, he was.
And then you had the Lawrence Taylor, who was
Kelly Finglass.
Kelly Finglass.
What a crazy. I mean, there's a risk that you took. RJ said it wouldn't work out, and
it was sold out.
It was sold out.
Holly Rowe was outstanding, and just had a lot of great folks in.
What was your favorite this year? By the way, from that, I know you love them all equally, and but what was your favorite one?
I think the Jimmy Johnson deal. The fact that he was so synonymous with everything that was great about Razorback football.
Yeah.
A player, an assistant coach, Coach Dan Hampton. Then he
was Switzer this year?
No, Switzer was the year before. But to get Jimmy Johnson back, I think, you think about this, and I know there was some controversy about Lawrence Taylor coming in, but one of the greatest players to ever play the game, and then come to find out he has a little bit too many sips of alcohol before he gets on stage, and that turns into one to remember. And I think the other thing, listen, the Touchdown Club made news this year. Hunter Yurchek comes on there, and it's probably one of the days that Hunter Yurchek regrets the most this year is what he said to us, and he's been having to deal with it ever since. Of course, he did that last year. He sort of said some things last year, and if you look at it's amazing. We'll get Alicia Dover and her husband Jeremy.
They've done such a good job, man.
Get some numbers. The number of impressions that we've had on social media, the millions. I'm saying multiple millions from things that are said at the Touchdown Club that go viral. I tell you another one. Holly Rowe talking about dumping her boyfriend because he started bagging on Pat Summitt at an ESPN award show because I dumped him. That thing got over 1 million views. And I think because of that, Peyton Manning, his company called Omaha, hired Holly Rowe to be the MC of the Pat Summitt tribute banquet. And all those things work together. But I couldn't do it without amazing sponsors, great volunteers. It was a great year. At some point, we still got to do some more awards. We got to give some more awards out, and then I'll start working on next year. So.
I was going to say, that's the problem. You have to live up to the previous year, David.
Yes.
And I know how difficult that's got to be.
Yeah, somebody says, didn't Brady say something about the tuck rule on the game he did this past weekend, a play that had to do with an incomplete versus fumble? Did you hear about that?
Oh, I watched.
You saw it?
Yes, I was watching, and it was a forward pass, and they ruled it a fumble. It was really cold and rainy.
Right.
It was Philadelphia and Buffalo. Josh Allen, and he starts to throw the ball, and he stops, and the ball comes out, and he goes backwards. it hits the ground and goes backwards, and they ruled it a fumble on the field. Well, I'm watching. I mean, it's an incomplete pass. I mean, no question. It goes to replay, and they leave it a fumble.
And Brady.
And Brady was doing the announcing and so forth, and he he didn't really have a whole lot. He really didn't have a whole lot to say.
Yeah,
I mean, he was kind of quiet, but I don't know why they didn't change it.
If you want to be a part of the show, 661-1037. Pinto says, one of my favorite memories of 2025, Roger singing Seven Spanish Angels with Justin Moore on stage.
We have that, yeah.
Yeah, we'll play that.
I know. I have a full wall. I've got everything.
Except for that one clip from Justin.
I wasn't here that day.
I wonder if we can find out from Roger about that. 661-1037. Somebody says here, I'm thankful for all the losing contestants on Match Game when the guy in the office that talks like a cat plays. They give me inspiration. We set that thing up to where if you just realize the guy at the office that talks like a cat is playing in Match Game, and you meow, you're going to win. But sometimes our listeners don't get that. All right, we even have, in addition to Trey and Walt, Bill Vickery stopping by for this send-off 2025 show. Mark Mace coming up, Joe Nichols as well. We're glad you're here with us at 7:30.
Genesis of Conway presents Craig O'Neill each week when he joins Roger, Baz, and Justin on Morning Mayhem. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
This is Sports Center.
It was a trio of bowl results on Tuesday. Louisiana Tech rallies from behind to beat Coastal Carolina 23-14 in the Independence Bowl. Then Brett Bielema and Illinois get win number 9 of the year. It was a walk-off 30-28 victory over Tennessee. The Vols finish 8-5, but don't beat a single team with a winning record in 2025. And then to end the day, it was a thriller as Sonny Dykes and TCU take down number 16 USC 30-27 with a walk-off touchdown in overtime. The Trojans finished with a 9-win season. The second 12-team college football playoff kicks off tonight as Miami meets Ohio State at 6:30. You can catch the game on ESPN. You can also catch it right here on 103.7 The Buzz. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Wednesday's highs reached the upper 50s to low 60s with lots of sunshine and calm westerly winds. And then for New Year's Eve, temperatures drop into the low 40s by the time the ball drops, and then we'll eventually reach the mid 30s into New Year's Day in the morning. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Arkansas Storm Team meteorologist Jenna Warner.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Oaklawn Sports presents Oaklawn Game Day. It's an inside look at the week's biggest games, exciting prop bets, and the latest betting lines from Oaklawn Sportsbook. Justin Acree and Oaklawn's Vice President of Racing and Wagering, Zach Gillum, give you all the information you need to place your bets in Oaklawn. Catch it on the Buzz Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and again Thursday mornings at 5:30 before Morning Mayhem. Oaklawn Game Day on your fun and game station, 103.7 The Buzz.
Hey folks, it's David Bazzell out here at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. When you need a new vehicle, go see my friends at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. You'll find a great selection, the best deals, and the most competitive finance rates in Central Arkansas. They'll treat you like family. No games, no gimmicks, and no bogus markups on the sticker price. You'll get Frank Fletcher's best deal right up front, and they'll give you more for your trade. Folks, Frank Fletcher doesn't want to just sell you a car. He wants to be your dealer for life. If you want to do that, you have to listen to the customer, so you'll know what they want. Then you give them what they want without any hassle or stress. That's the secret of Fletcher Dodge's success. They listen to you and they treat you right without any hassles or headaches. Just tell them what you want and how much you want to pay. General Manager Chris Zippy Zender has been with Frank Fletcher for decades. He and his great staff know how to take care of a customer. So for the best selection, lowest price, and best buying experience, go see my friends at Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood, or you can shop them online at FletcherDeals.com. That's FletcherDeals.com. And make sure and tell them the boys from Morning Mayhem sent you. It's FletcherDeals.com.
'Tis the season. Shop your holiday needs at Fort Thompson. Great selection of hunting and outdoor apparel, pistols, rifles, shotguns, boots, waders, and gun safes. Fort Thompson's in Sherwood or FortThompson.com.
This is Justin Acree. If hand or wrist pain is getting in the way of your daily life, it's time to see the specialists at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Their fellowship-trained hand and wrist surgeons treat everything from arthritis and fractures to nerve injuries and carpal tunnel. And with Arkansas's only hand trauma telemedicine program, advanced care is available around the clock. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Injured? Let's talk about getting help now.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
Whether injured at night, on a weekend, or a holiday,
dial 8 for Rainwater, Holtz, and Sexton.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
This is Darren McFadden. I listen to Baz, Justin, and Rod because they got their wood. Enjoy Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
And everybody is standing at Charles Schwab Field. One strike from history. One ball, two strikes. Wood deals. Swung on and missed. It's a no-hitter. Helfrich grabs Wood. His teammates surround him. Everybody storming out of the bullpen. The third no-hitter in College World Series history is pitched by Arkansas's Gage Wood. What a moment in Omaha.
We will win again. All right, astounding.
Astounding. That was a new word I made up this
Time
year.
to talk with legendary NFL referee Walt Coleman. Brought to you by Sigma Supply Packaging Products. Now a part of Brady Plus with over 50,000 products available online at sigmasupply.com. And remember, if you're not using Sigma Supply, you got low-grade product, man.
All right, great to have an esteemed panel this morning on our last show of 2025. We're giving Roger the day off.
I feel like we're about to play a trivia game with the way they're all lined up at that end of the table.
Like the old match game. Who was our guy, Bill, that with the long mic?
Richard Dawson.
Bob Barker?
No. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Wink Martindale.
No. Oh my God.
Wow.
wasn't
Come
that
on.
guy named Wing Martindale? It's on. It's just, it might be.
There we go.
Hey,
there
it's
we
all the way.
that's
number
fine.
5 is
Oh my
terrible.
gosh! We're all having CTO. Don't you look, Bill? Don't you look,
CTO.
Bill? CTE. You know. Bill, look at Bill. Bill.
So Bill's like Acree. He does not like the 20 questions. asked after the first
He
show.
does not want the show. Let's see if somebody will beat him to it. Yeah, it was. What is his name? It was the old game and a match game, and he was so
Gene
good.
Rayburn.
Gene
Thank you.
Rayburn. Oh my gosh.
Gene Rayburn. Richard Dawson's in the front row with a cocktail and a cigarette, turtleneck, and a medallion on.
If you just tuned in, we've got Trey Reed, who normally is on Tuesday, brought to you by Arts Marine. Appreciate that. And Walt Coleman, brought to you by Sigma Supplies, we just mentioned. And Bill Vickery now joins us. What a amazing.
Yes, I missed Monday, so here I am.
That's exactly right. What a 2025 send-off show. We're talking about, Bill, the things that we remember. You know, we had a lot of listeners say, you know, hey, these are things that we forget that happened on the show. Like I forgot about what do we call it? The Fairyland.
We played that. It was a humbling moment. I predicted that. Do we have that?
Yeah, we do have that.
Of course we have
This
that.
will be the 5th time we played it today.
I don't know which was more fun. Which was more fun, the Acree clip. Well, you and Acree both thought that it looked that way.
Well, no, because Bill just wasn't aware of the current state of affairs. I don't think Bill had read Joe Lenardi in a couple weeks at that point in time, so you were not.
I
up
don't
to
really.
date.
Yes, I spent too much time reading William Butler Yeats and Shakespeare, and not Joe Lenardi. I had boned up on my Joe Lenardi.
But Acree
last 4 in, first 4 out. Holy cross!
Acree took us to task and said the season was over after Boogie Flan went down, and they were 0-5. To me, that was one of the great stories of 2025 was that basketball team looking DOA, and they come back and really come close to maybe even becoming a Final Four team. You know, obviously, it came very close. So,
should have won. Should have beaten Houston. I mean, this joke about make the tournament.
You don't think it can still happen?
What are we? If we win the SEC tournament, yes.
No. Season ended today. Do you think they'd be in?
No, the season doesn't end today. You people live in a fairy world. I live in the real world where we've got. Oh yeah.
I live in the real world. It's just
love getting up coming in today.
Thanks for being here, Bill.
Humble pie right here, boys.
It doesn't beat the listen. Organic moments on this show are the best. Doesn't beat the time when you and Acree got into it. That was one of the
misused it. Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the.
We're not going to get in. We're not going to pick at that scab. Atrophy versus.
I think that was your favorite moment, like in show history.
That's where
you instigated.
Well, that's when that's when that really started to. I realized that.
Bill said something to him, and that's because Baz like, whoa!
You'd be an idiot.
Justin,
if you're an idiot.
He didn't say atrophied. It was something else. Or no, he said atrophy.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what now it was. And he said, well, you could use both. And I said, yeah, and you'd be wrong.
No, I don't think you said.
And then he said something else. And I said, yeah, and you'd be dumb.
No, that's what
and because Justin had walked away at that point. It was over.
Yes.
And David, of course, stirs the pot. You know what I mean?
It makes sense. It makes such great
radio.
radio.
With Billy Martin, man. He came back in.
No, but I mean, what did you mean to say?
Atrophy.
And be honest.
Atrophy
would have been a better word, but emaciated was proper.
No, it was not.
I don't
really
think. I don't
emaciated.
think so. I don't think
You
it
can
was.
refer to someone as being emaciated, but a particular body part.
Boy,
That would be like saying my pinky finger is emaciated.
You can say that.
Really? Yeah, you can be dumb. You can be dumb and say that. You can be dumb and say that. Seriously. Seriously. I mean, really? No, I mean, I'm just saying that that's ignorant. It's ignorant.
Make sure you know what you're talking
Really? It's called English. We speak it. Why don't you learn how to write it and say it? Honestly, it's called English. It's called speak it. Why don't you try to? I'll get you.
I'll get you.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, and Acree's not even on the mic. I mean.
Yeah, if I had not been sitting here between Acree and Bill, that might have.
He was Earl Weaver, man. You remember Earl would turn his cap around? And he wasn't going to hit me, but he wanted a piece of me.
I was going to say, Bill, I was down in Tampa this weekend with Frank Fletcher, and what a great town that is.
Oh,
we were there.
Fantastic.
Hard to believe. Think about this. This show. The new show without Tommy, Morning Mayhem, started 5 years ago, January 1st. We were down in Tampa for the Outback Bowl. Think about the things that have changed since then. You know, Sam Pittman had 2 different coordinators. That's where it ended.
Right on cue.
That's where it ended. And so, but anyway, great. I love that town. I see now why you have a place down there.
Yes. It's a fun place.
Great restaurants.
It's exploded. The whole Tampa St. Pete area is really taken
where
off.
is your
St. Pete, across the bay in St. Pete.
And think about this.
Are you in St. Pete?
Yes.
'Cause I'm in Indian Shores.
Oh yeah, I know.
have a place in Indian Shores.
They say.
Yeah, that's a nice area.
Well, the crazy,
that's a nice
The
area,
crazy
right?
thing is that now
I'm at Walt's door, ringing the doorbell. Don't answer it. Don't answer it.
The state of Florida, speaking of sports, has become the hockey capital of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Canada.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Tampa and Florida.
I mean,
Tampa,
it's got to drive the Canadians crazy. That it's been the case. What we're talking about 2026. And if people, if people want to send in their fun memories, whether it be sports, whether it be the show, 661-1037. What are your expectations for 2026? Are we thinking maybe let's talk basketball, spring sports, and baseball and softball? You know, softball's been knocking on the door for 5 years to get to Oklahoma City. Could this be the year for Courtney Teifel? Dave Van Horn keeps getting to Omaha, but just can't get over the hump.
We've got Little Rock, the Little Rock
Oh,
baseball run.
that was a great run.
Totally
My gosh, great job, Josh. Yeah. The Trojan, they got more exposure.
From the last team in at the OVC tournament. I mean, they took LSU. Was it a Monday night game?
Well, they won. They beat them one time.
They beat them again.
They took them, you can make the argument that was the second biggest story of the after Gage Wood, what he did in terms of just getting national attention, a national story from an Arkansas.
They had a kid, the first baseman, you couldn't pitch to him. I mean, he was hitting home runs.
Oh my gosh,
He was hitting home runs over the scoreboard at LSU.
I think he's going to be back.
He is.
You think about that. What it's done for that program is helped them raise a lot of money.
Huge.
And listen, the wrestling program continues to be a top 15 program that just started out from nothing. 5-7 years ago, and so it's amazing what they've done. But back to expectations. We're talking to Razorbacks. And then maybe for Silverfield, we'll start with Trey. Any thoughts on spring sports or Silverfield for next year, 2026?
Oh man, are you asking for predictions?
Yeah,
or
just sort of what you think.
Arkansas's got to have a winning record in football next year. Got to. just got to.
Well, Silverfield has come out and said we're going to have the best recruiting class in the history of the program, which probably was not the greatest thing to say.
He meant this year?
Yeah, it was probably just he's trying to say all the right things.
that.
And he said we're going to win. We're going to win now. We're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah,
I think he has to.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think
you got to say that? You can't say, look, guys, I've got a 5-year plan.
Yeah, that's right.
You just can't.
Do you think we can have a winning record next year? Walt?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say
it's possible, but it's not.
Did you read yesterday where it looks like we're getting ready to sign a lot of FCS players? Which is listen, I'm not going to say they can't play, but that's you're not financially being like the other schools. And Bill, did you see where we've signed a new deal with a new NIL group? Did you see that?
Yeah,
I got a call from somebody yesterday about you've been hammering that for a while.
That's been a thing, and I did talk to a few board members about it, and it's disappointing.
Can we find some defensive backs?
Yeah, we have an excellent point. And those are the least expensive, evidently. Because
they're just 300.
Just 300,000.
Remember what we said. What we heard last year. We heard going in at the spring and going into the fall that we got bigger, faster, stronger, best we've ever seen. Steve Atwater type,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And we end up being 120 out of 130, I think, in most categories on defense. So, I'll tell you another thing. I hope Ryan Silverfield allows more people to watch practice a little bit longer. I'd like to see that because here's
the way
deal.
they played last year. Why would you want to watch?
But you know what? At least, I
didn't even want to watch the games.
Letting guys into letting people back into the program.
Yeah, but I think you're not so guarded where you have to hear what the storyline's going to be. You can sort of see a little bit for yourself. I think that would help a little bit.
It's impossible. Trey's right. I mean, we have to have some degree of hope and excitement in the season. Win some games, maybe win one or two. You go, oh my gosh. Yeah. But it's David. You realize all these coaches that have come up from the American Conference. There are 5 or 6 teams in the SEC that will be completely different.
I know.
And then the other teams
are
going to be mostly different. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
You tell me how we can. I can't tell you who the starting quarterback for most of the SEC teams
you're right.
Well, and the issue is that most of the SEC programs, they're actually better than they have been, right? It's relative to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's better than they have been. Ole Miss is better than they have. Missouri is better than they have been.
That shows you need a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean,
Auburn had a 10-2 roster, but they had a terrible quarterback, and what happened?
Yeah,
Walt's
listen,
right.
There's going to be starting Friday for the next couple of weeks. It's really going to be interesting. 10,000 players, going into the transfer portal. Just or at 9,000, I think.
Yeah, shuffle the deck.
We had mentioned that, if you evaluate talent in the NFL and you get a good one, you get a good one usually for a long time. In college, if you evaluate talent well, you might have them for 2 years.
Yeah.
So the amount of turnover that you have trying to build the roster, I mean, you're always building and rebuilding and building.
I think more important than the head coach today, one is your head of NIL, and two, your talent evaluation. Those are the two guys that I could coach the team.
I got a text from the guy. Is he? I think he's got a foreign name. But he's from Florida. He texted me the other day. Just search for the G.
Who are you talking about?
The GM that you're the new GM for Arkansas.
Foreign man from Florida.
Came from Arizona. It's like Gierska.
Well, people like that dude apparently.
Yeah, they loved him in Arizona. But he texted me the other day. He's a Florida boy.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, we got to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute. Star-studded cast this morning here in studio.
2026 is here. It's a new year. Time to make those resolutions. And if for you they involve the gym, don't let joint pain keep you from achieving what you want to as the new year rolls in. QC Kinetics is here to help. They deliver regenerative treatments that actually help your body repair the areas that are causing you pain. Those achy knees, hips, shoulders, and back, whatever hurts, whatever pain is trying to derail your New Year's resolutions in 2026. Skip the surgery, skip the 3 to 6 month recovery, and skip the pain. Let January be your clean slate, so make it one. Stop managing the pain and start solving it with QC Kinetics. Attack pain the smart way with the regenerative treatments over at QC Kinetics. Call now for your free consultation. That's 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. One more time, that's 501-214-5880. Let QC Kinetics help you make 2026 your year.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts, and much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Hey, this is your conscience. Just want to remind you, December 31st is the last day to get 50% off the joining fee at the Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. Get in there now and join, or you're going to hear from me again.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers. Your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment. We handle Kubota's full line of tractors and hay tools, along with Vermeer hay products. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. Take exit 42 to Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, your hometown Kubota dealer, no matter where you live.
Stick around after each Razorback basketball game for the Bet Saracen Basketball Postgame Show with Westmore and Josh Neighbors. Bet Saracen is the leader in sports betting in Arkansas. Make sure you have your Bet Saracen app downloaded to your mobile device. Get the best sports betting app in Arkansas and start winning today.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
I'm not even asking for 10 wins. I'm asking for one! One win!
That is basically the nutshell of this year. That's Justin Moore.
And he never got it.
And he never got it. He never got it. That's and thanks to Roger Scott, who's having the day off today, but found that clip for us because we couldn't find
Thanks,
it.
Roger.
Yeah, if you're just doing the show, if you looked in the studio cam, I don't know if we can get everybody in or not.
I actually can't. We don't have enough cameras in the studio.
Trey Reed, Walt Coleman, and Bill Vickery. What an esteemed panel. A lot of brain power right here. His name is Gaiska. It's European. Gaiskin Crowley. And so somewhere, I think near Spain, I'm not sure, Bill, help us out. But anyway, he's apparently the
You called ICE already.
Yeah,
is that what you've done, David? You called ICE.
He's the
ICE is going to go up to
They say now, you're talking about how important player evaluation and talent evaluation is. They're giving him credit for what happened in Arizona this year, that he was instrumental. They're 9-4. They're playing today.
After they lost Jed Fish, too, because they had Jed Fish who ended up going to Washington. And they got Brent Brennan in, and there was some concern, but they still kept it rolling.
I think his talent evaluation. Also, I think there's something to be said for talent development.
Yes.
I think if you look at Indiana, you listen to Signetti.
Yeah.
He understands being physical and being what the things he says with hip
mobility,
ankles. Yeah, different things. He was talking about evaluation physically. Guys that are getting stronger. I still haven't felt that our strength program looks impressive from the talent we have.
It's a great point because last year the two best teams they played were Notre Dame and Ohio State. They lost both of those games, and they were clearly not the better physical team or talented team. This year, when they played Oregon and they played Ohio State, they mauled Oregon. Like they ran the ball over.
Yeah.
And then Ohio State, they were matching them physically, and their skill players made a couple more plays. I don't know how it happened from last year this year, but that's all coaching because it's largely the same roster.
Speaking of, let's go around the table. Who wins the game, Alabama or Indiana? We'll start with that one.
I'm going to shock you, Indiana.
Okay.
I thought they were pretenders till they beat Ohio State.
All right. Well,
I'm going to go with Indiana too. Yeah.
I'm going with Alabama.
Josh?
Indiana. The Indiana is a 7-point favorite against Alabama.
I know.
in the Rose Bowl.
I'm also going with Alabama. We got a Bruins Award finalist, Brian Haynes, defensive coordinator, back again this
he's
year.
been excellent last
he'll
year.
be head coach.
I would love to see Alabama win.
What about Oregon and Texas Tech, Bill?
Okay, I'm going to shock you again. Texas Tech.
All right, Walt.
I picked Texas Tech.
I'm going with Texas Tech.
Josh?
Texas Tech.
I'm the only one going with Oregon.
Wow.
So we'll see.
They can't stop the run, which I don't like.
Yeah, we'll see. And then, of course, tonight you got Miami, Ohio State. Does anybody think Miami's going to win?
No.
Anybody?
Their offense is terrible.
No, but I hope so.
Yeah, and who am I leaving out? I'm leaving out one playoff. Georgia and Ole Miss. Yeah, does anybody think Ole Miss can beat Georgia?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. This is Stats and I talked about it, but I do. I think if they can and will score.
Yeah.
Okay. They can't stop Georgia. Georgia has to turn the ball over. Georgia has to lose the game and it sounds weird to say this, in order for Ole Miss to win it. They can't just win it outright. Georgia's going to have to make a mistake or two.
What do you think, Georgia, Ole Miss? You two? Anything?
I mean, I got to go with Georgia, and I know how much Justin Moore hates Ole Miss, and a lot of people do, but I would kind of like to see them advance just because of the Kiffin situation.
Yes.
I'm kind of pulling for them.
Someone said on our text line that Ole Miss has won 50-plus games in the past 5 years. That's why it drives Justin Moore crazy.
Lane Kiffin, man.
Yeah.
Tom Moore. Yeah, go ahead.
I would just say that's their NIL program.
Yeah, it makes sense. And
he's been talent
too. You got to get talent.
I agree.
It's both.
Chambliss is a backup, right, to evaluate talent that well.
Exactly. You go get the guy who basically beat Harding.
That's right.
Not this year, but
anyway. Tom Mars told me yesterday that he thinks the Chambliss ruling will come down shortly. We're going to have Tom Mars on next week. Let me tell you, it's crazy how the NCAA didn't hire Tom Mars a long time ago to say, figure this thing out, because he wins every case he takes. I'm just telling you.
It has. That's anyway, I know we got a break, but what a disaster they are.
More of this great talent coming up. Don't go away. We're glad you're with us.
Last call for 2025 savings. It's Mark Miller for Parker Cadillac with a 72-hour end-of-the-year sales event. 3 days of the biggest discounts of the year and 0 extensions. Shop a huge selection of cars, trucks, and full-size SUVs at clearance prices. Plus, get a first-class buying experience. When the sale ends, it's over. Don't wait. Jump online at parkerspecials.com or call us now, 501-224-2400, and finish the year in style. But hurry, these deals end January 2nd.
Spread across 5 states, Centennial Bank upholds our commitment to the communities we serve through our support of businesses and families. Our tradition of being a good corporate neighbor is one of our top priorities. Through education and support, partnership with our dedicated employees, shareholders, and local boards, and superior customer service, one family and business at a time, we are proud to help our communities thrive. Because that's what being a good neighbor is all about. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Oaklawn Hot Springs presents Oaklawn Race Day with Justin Acree and David Longinati every Saturday morning at 11. It's your inside track to America's hottest thoroughbred action.
This holiday season, we're thankful that you made Morning Mayhem and the Buzz part of your day. Happy holidays from all of us at Morning Mayhem.
State health officials are sounding the alarm after Arkansas sees its highest number of whooping cough cases in 15 years. The Arkansas Department of Health says over 500 cases have been reported so far in 2025. At least 50 people were hospitalized and at least one person is dead. Now, officials say most cases were reported in school-aged children and teens. They're urging people to get vaccinated to help stop the spread. And police and fire departments in Jacksonville are addressing the state's blood shortage. They are partnering with with Our Blood Institute for a blood drive next Thursday. This is happening from 9 to 1 at the FEMA Safe Room on Marshall Road. All donors will get a Give Hope t-shirt, a ticket to the Museum of Discovery, and a free cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes. You will also be entered to win $5,000 to start the new year. Appointments can be scheduled through a link on Jacksonville Police's Facebook page. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Kara Case, Jessica Rockwell.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Wednesday's highs reached the upper 50s to low 60s with lots of sunshine and calm westerly winds. And then for New Year's Eve, temperatures drop into the low 40s by the time the ball drops, and then we'll eventually reach the mid 30s into New Year's Day in the morning. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Arkansas Storm Team meteorologist Jenna Warner.
Are you hungry? Something new, $25, all you can eat, sushi rolls, soup, salad, Benihana rice. Come at Benihana's Monday through Thursday.
This is Trey Schapp. Tune in each Friday morning at 5:30 right here on The Buzz as I bring you From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. If you like to hear interesting stories about the game of golf, this is for you. You can also find it wherever you get your podcasts.
David BAZZEL here for Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. At Jones & Son, when you shop for an engagement ring, you get the benefit of shopping with the largest selection of rings in Central Arkansas. Jones & Son also carry the biggest brands in the business. At Jones & Son, shop their new collection of Jones & Son branded engagement rings. The Jones & Son rings are high quality at a fraction of the price, also are fully customizable, and they can modify any design to suit your needs. They are a direct diamond importer and import all of their diamonds, so you save money. Jones & Son is located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road, and they've been there for over 39 years. The same address and phone number for over 3 decades. Finding the perfect piece of jewelry to match the occasion can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be at Jones & Son Diamond and Bridal Fine Jewelry. Find the right diamonds for that special occasion. Jones & Son invites you to come by or shop with them online at jonesandson.com. Jones & Son is located at 1121 Rodney Parham Road, and they've been there for over 39 years.
This is Justin Acree. If hand or wrist pain is getting in the way of your daily life, it's time to see the specialists at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Their fellowship-trained hand and wrist surgeons treat everything from arthritis and fractures to nerve injuries and carpal tunnel. And with Arkansas's only hand trauma telemedicine program, advanced care is available around the clock. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then, the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey folks, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. It's the end of the year, the biggest sale of the year. This is the time to buy. Listen, what we're doing right now is up to $13,000 off Ram 2500 tradesmen for all business owners. $11,000 off the 2026 Rams with available 0% interest for qualified buyers. Up to $15,000 off Jeep Wranglers and up to $10,000 off the Grand Cherokee. And don't forget about the Gladiator. We have up to $8,000 off. Here's my promise to you. We will not be undersold by anyone. Bring us any written offer and we'll beat it. If we don't beat their offer, we'll give you a steak dinner or a Benihana dinner for 2. That's how confident we are in our pricing. Plus, no payments for 90 days, so you have 90 days to get started. This is the end of the year pricing. We're making the biggest deals we've ever made. Go to FletcherCredit.com to get pre-approved in minutes. Then come see us on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. End of the year, biggest sale. Best deals. Come see us today.
Down south, a handshake means something, and we let our actions do the talking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is rooted in Southern tradition and grit. Southern-born and raised and Arkansas-based, Brad Hendricks is named a Mid-South super lawyer year after year. So for car and big truck wrecks, medical malpractice, wrongful death, bankruptcy, and Social Security claims, his law firm produces results. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Southern roots, serious results.
When there's work to do, ground to break, and a reputation to uphold, you need the powerful, durable Kubota RTVX, North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 1.99% APR for up to 36 months, or save up to $300. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local River Valley Tractor dealer or online at rivervalleytractor.com.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
Fool me once. Shame on you.
Here are David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
All right, it is 8:06 on this. It's
that
one
is
of
my
the
favorite
all-time
first clip.
All time.
That's
What about the golf stop and terror one?
Now watch me hit this.
Yeah, that's a good one,
one's an
too.
We will not.
If you just joined the show, it's 8:06. Really glad to have 3 outstanding men on the program with us today. As we've had all year, Trey Reed from Arkansas Game and Fish. He's going to hang with us the whole show thanks to Arch Marine, sponsoring Trey.
Thanks for having me, David.
Pine Bluff native. And then we got Walt Coleman, who, if you missed it earlier, one of the original Razorback baseball players that a lot of people forget.
Yeah. Under Coach DeBryan.
That's right. Thanks to Sigma Supply and for sponsoring Walt all year. And Bill Vickery, who you can hear every Sunday on the Buzz Digest Newsville Bill Vickery show.
10 to 2.
You really teed off. You really teed off on a lot of folks this year. You were.
I did.
Yeah. You did not hold back this year.
Yes.
So and
well deserved. What gets measured gets improved.
You bet. 661-1037. A lot of things to break down. Somebody
That
says
was
here.
a great comment.
Yeah, thank you, Walt. I appreciate that.
I learned that after working, the early games, that don't count, and the coaches were really nice to me, and I thought, man, I'm a good official. Then I had my first game with the Bears.
Yep.
And
then
I realized that
Ditka's all over you.
Yeah, I realized that the reason they were so nice is that they didn't count.
Those guys set me up. Yeah.
I asked Terry Bradshaw this, and I'll ask you guys: who do you think is the NFL Coach of the Year? Do you go with Vrabel at New England? Do you go with Cohen at Jacksonville? Do you go with Johnson at Chicago? A couple other. You could look at San Francisco. You could look at Seattle. But I think those 3 obviously are going to be. We'll start with you, Bill. Who do you think?
Ooh, you just went through the lineup. I mean, clearly the high profile was Vrabel because of the Patriots' history there and the franchise.
Great job. They went from horrible to relevant again.
Ben Johnson at Chicago. Yeah. It does show you the fragility of the NFL. One year, one team's great. The next year, 2 things happen wrong, and boom, everything blows up. And I'm gun to the head, Vrabel he'll probably win it. But
Walt, what about you?
Well, I like Vrabel, but I think Johnson because this is his first time to be a head coach.
Good point.
Vrabel was a head coach in Tennessee.
Yep. And Chicago's been so bad for so long.
And Chicago has been terrible.
Yeah, so that's a good point.
And so, I think that you got to give him credit for what he's been able to do. And, the quarterback at Chicago had really struggled. Mm-hmm. And, he's really had a good
his
career.
What a turnaround.
Season, a turnaround. So I would lean toward him.
I would probably you can't go wrong with any of those guys you mentioned, David, but I would probably go with Vrabel as well because of the way he's cultural change. And not that New England didn't have a winning culture in the past, but that team just sort of has a different attitude now, it seems like. And I read an article a couple of days ago, he's done something that I didn't think would ever be possible. He's made people not hate the New England Patriots.
How about that? Yeah.
That'll change if they win the Super Bowl.
Good point, Walt.
Coming up shortly, we'll play a little You Make the Call.
Yeah. Dude, I was going to say, Walt.
We have both Bill and Trey have not played You Make the Call in person before, so we're going to do that a little bit later. Brought to you by
Team A and Team B, boys. Get ready
and you have the sounder on that. We'll do that here in just a minute. Also, got to play a little Factor Crap brought to you by Arkansas Municipal Equipment as well. Someone says
we
here,
never play these kinds of games on Monday, David. I know. It's just boring stuff.
We're having to break down the disappointing loss. Although the Razorbacks will play Tennessee. That'll be a fun game, 2 o'clock at Bud Walton.
The post-game show will be 30 minutes after the game's over.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Bet Saracen, also live from Walk-Ons in West Little Rock.
Yeah, that's it'll be a full house, you know that. And now it's time to get serious. And I don't think you'll hear Cal talking about. I think he wanted to get his point out about the state of college basketball. Now he's going to get focused on winning.
Houston's only loss is to Tennessee.
What's that? Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Tennessee beat them.
I was going to ask real quickly.
This will be this is a major test.
We're 10-3. Name our 3 losses. Quick, go.
Oh,
Houston,
Duke, and Michigan State.
Hey, 3. Hey, 3. Okay, law. I mean, they're all
one possession loss at Michigan State, second game of the year, and arguably the Duke game. It was a close game with 50 seconds left, and then Houston is the one game I felt like we were really never had a chance. We got close and made a little bit of a run, but we were just really beaten soundly, I think.
Can you make the point after what happened the other night with 28 points? Scored by
Malik Thomas.
Can you start making the argument that guard combo by the end of the season may go down as two of the we're already saying already. You can make the argument it may be the best point guard.
I would say
freshman.
The Wagner-Acuff combo is the one I like more. Thomas is streaky, but
the Acuff is being. If we looked at a lot of numbers, if he continues, he will have as good a numbers as any freshman. But all of a sudden, you get both those guys together.
Yeah.
You know, you could say maybe, and you listen to Cal, say, man, these guys going to help each other there. Watch out.
Yeah.
You know, even though they're freshmen.
Acuff's shooting 50% from the floor. I mean, he's 50-40, and then I think 75.
Yeah, it's a fun group to watch.
One thing that's different about this year, we were joking earlier, and you were making fun of Bill about his Fairyland last year.
Exactly. Deservedly so.
There's every year we're talking about how much better is this basketball team going to get as the season goes on. Yeah. They're entering conference much better than they have the last couple of years. So it's good. It really is going to be fun, like you're talking about, to see how those two guys gel and how the whole team does, I think, over the next couple months.
It has been interesting given the fact that you've got a lot of talent. You know, Richmond's coming off the bench.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah.
He's okay with that.
Yeah.
Cal is in these guys, and I think they respect him. They know, they listen to him, what the future holds. He talks a lot about transitional money versus transformational money that you can make in the NBA, and you point to that. And he genuinely seems to – clearly he cares about them, and they're right back. And so it's interesting. Everybody seems to have checked their ego at the door, and they're playing for him and happy with their role, knowing that it will get them something in the future.
This is going to be a fun season to watch. You know, last year, we just can we get enough players out there? We've 0-5.
It was
it's a different expectation.
It was actually an easier coaching job last year because the rotation ends up being the rotation. They had 7 or 8 guys healthy. So I mean, if you had a bad game, didn't really, you had to play the next game. This year, they got a lot of mouths to feed.
Our big men do need to play well though, and we haven't seen the domination from our big guys like maybe obviously you've seen
Boozer dominated.
Right.
He took them to win.
We need to hit our free throws with our big guys.
That is true. I did, and see what I just text you too. I did want to give a shout out to Melinda Mayo. We'll have her on the show tomorrow. So Melinda's been dealing with something with her throat, and some people can notice it, and it makes it sound a little warbly at times if there's such a description. And she had a spinal tap yesterday, and so that's never a fun thing.
Holy moly.
But she said it's fine. But anyway, so just want to say quick recovery, Mel. I know she's probably out there listening. We'll get her on Friday, rather. But
has the morning show shut her down for the season? Is that what they've done?
It.
Like,
we have shut her down
the kid in Oakland and Las Vegas.
We were talking about
shutting her down, and they made an announcement at KTV.
One of the things we love doing, Bill, is getting clips on this show and replaying them because we think organic stuff is the best. And one of the things that Roger, I went ahead, I record a lot of these text voice messages. I don't like the text sometimes. I'd rather just talk it, send it. And I have tens of thousands. I mean, literally 10,000 of these things.
Familiar with you on that.
And so
we all are.
The last few years, I've had some clearing of my throat issues.
Yes.
And so I decided to be honest and expose myself to what happens with some of my messages when I try to record them, and I can't get through them. Yeah. So I shared those, and that became a drop that Rogers played quite a bit, even in one of our open. And this is something we started this year.
That was, I think that was like a national championship.
No, that's not.
That was,
so many coughing clips.
Yeah, that's the wrong coughing clip.
That
Yes.
is the one.
That's only radio.
Okay, here we go.
God, in heaven.
So that's what you have more than
the best part is here at the end.
It's like an alien.
So I have to stop. Doing, and I do it all the time. I literally, every call I do, and I'm going to get 2026 New Year's resolution. I'm going to get that checked. just to see what the deal is.
Yeah,
I've done that.
You sound like you sound like you had somebody.
Pretty important part of your professional life there, David.
I know he arrives in the mornings because I hear whenever he walks in the door.
It's not that I'm trying to do that. It's just it's just something that happens.
I don't know who Zach is, but I feel sorry for him.
That's Zach. That's over in Oaklawn. Where we will be over there tomorrow.
Wait, you're going to be there New Year's Day?
New Year's Day, yeah. They're racing.
Wow.
They're racing on New Year's Day.
Yes. You're doing the show in the morning.
No. We're off the air. Yeah, just going to make
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's right.
Yes.
You know you're a big horse racing guy, and so. But anyway, we'll be over there. But 661-1037 is the number if you want to be a part of the show. Are you ready to play a little? You make the call. I can't wait for Bill and Trey to be a part of this.
We've got these experts in here.
So what we'll do is
Justin's not very good at this. You make the call. He never agrees with
me.
And
we also got clips from Justin harassing high school basketball referees that we played.
The mailman down the street is also refereeing his daughter's game.
Yeah. All right, let's hit the open first there. All right, here we go. Now, what we'll do, we'll let Bill and Trey and Josh give a shot to give your opinion, and then we'll let a listener give us their opinion.
Okay.
If they get it right, we'll give them a prize. Here we go.
Okay, the offense has the ball on the 20-yard line coming out.
Okay.
20-yard line coming out. Quarterback is in shotgun. He throws a pass, which is batted by a defensive player backward, and the quarterback catches it at the 17. He then throws the pass downfield to the 40, where the defensive player interferes with the receiver, and the pass falls incomplete.
Okay.
What do you do?
So you have a pro rule and you have a college rule. So
yes,
you can answer this.
We have one of each. We have one of each.
So Bill looks very eager. He doesn't even want to hear any more information. He's ready to give an answer. You want to say something else, Walt? Anything else?
I'm just going to repeat. The quarterback throws the ball. The defensive guy bats it up in the air, back to the quarterback. He catches it, throws it downfield, and the defensive guy interferes with the offensive receiver, but the pass falls incomplete.
Let me also say, Bill and Trey, sometimes obviously the rule is different, and you can identify that and say, I think the rule is different between NFL and college. All right, go, Bill.
Do I get to run and look on one of those little screens and the following play is under review, and I got to run down?
No, and you can't carry your rule book in your back pocket.
Can we not pull that out and look, Well, why do they make those guys run 50 yards down the field? Can they not move the little TV camera with them,
Yeah, unfortunately, in the NFL they have two.
Yeah.
But in college they just have one. So.
What do you think, Bill?
I would throw a flag and call that an illegal forward pass.
You would say it's not legal for
the quarterback can receive it, but he can catch it.
He can't then
and
throw it
advance it, but he cannot throw it forward a second time.
NFL and college. Or one or the other?
No,
NFL.
Okay. NFL.
That's what I thought.
You said it's illegal.
It may be different NFL and college, but I believe it's an illegal forward pass in one.
Josh?
What about the contact downfield by the defensive
you throw the flag, but
you're saying it doesn't matter. They're saying it's already dead.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's an illegal forward pass.
That is a moot point because the penalty. Well.
Is it ineligible?
Okay. Hang on.
Ineligible man downfield.
Now I'm in my.
No, are you? So
no,
are
I'm
you,
tweeting.
Do you have a phone? No. Okay, let's take a couple calls. Let's see what.
I mean, you can have two. You can have an offense.
Walt, I'd like to complain about you going with such an obscure rule. Bill and I playing.
All right, caller.
We'll go to New York. Can we go to New York on this one?
What's your name, caller? Yeah, what's your name? Hey, deplorable guy. Okay, what's your answer?
We did say in the NFL, correct?
It's up to you. You can make that. He didn't say either one, so you can make that.
Yeah, well,
in the NFL, you can make a second throw after it's tipped, and it's not pass interference if the ball is tipped. So I would say just an incomplete pass.
Is that right?
That's incorrect.
Incorrect. All right, nobody looks to have gotten that. What are you doing? Just out of curiosity. Okay, just curious. All right, so go ahead and give us the answer.
So you two guys said in the NFL it's an illegal forward pass, and so you would penalize for the illegal forward pass.
That's right.
That's what
correct.
That's what y'all say.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being set up.
Walt's going to go to the middle of the field and turn his mic on.
Yeah, that was.
But now Josh usually
Well, he
comes up
was
with
distracted.
it.
Yeah, he was distracted.
I've gotten an eligible man downfield.
Well, okay. It is in the NFL.
Okay.
It is an illegal forward pass because you cannot throw 2 forward passes.
So you guys got that right.
Right.
Okay.
But it's also pass interference downfield.
Oh, wow.
Because in the NFL, if the pass is thrown from behind the line of scrimmage, whether it's legal or illegal, pass
Wow.
interference.
There you go.
Now,
Yeah.
this is offset,
I missed
offsetting?
your-
So those
offset it?
So the
Oh,
penalty's
my
offset.
gosh. Wow. Okay.
Now, in college,
Huh.
that is not the case. In college, all you have is an illegal forward pass because their rule says in order to have pass interference, you have to have a
Has to be a
legal
legal
pass.
pass.
It has to,
Legal
be
pass.
a
But
legal
you're
I'd
right.
like the National Football League to change that rule.
Yeah.
Because
What is the yardage penalty for that in college?
Well, it's 5 yards and loss of down.
Okay, 5 yards and loss.
Yeah.
That's
As
what.
you go. So
that's what Walt
So
Coleman
you can
brings.
you can have a second penalty while a penalty is occurring.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
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 How about that?
That's a,
so
that's-
NFL, well, you said
that's
again,
a
well,
really-
it's
that's-
offsetting penalties, pass interference, and illegal
Yeah,
forward pass.
it's very that's very unusual.
Wow.
The fact that it doesn't really make sense to have pass interference on an illegal pass,
But
that's the way it is.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
Yeah.
Listen, this is
there
why
you
the
go.
greatness of Walt. He always comes in prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, the rule book. Think about that. He's got to know every scenario.
I just can't imagine.
Every
I can't
scenario.
either.
But you've also said, I thought, this year, Josh, I think you would agree. This year, I think you've been doing this for 3 or 4 years, maybe 5, maybe
Five,
5.
I think
Yeah.
5.
You've been more critical, and you've even been disappointed. Go, how did they miss this call? How did they not get this right with all those guys, 5 or 7 guys, somebody in the booth? You've had a little bit more of that this year.
Yeah, and some of it was in Arkansas games and so forth. But I get frustrated more when they call stuff that's not there. That's kind of it's invisible. It's, you can't see it because I always believe you need to make it big enough where it stands out and so forth. But I have been a little frustrated, but that's
one of the complaints I had this year was in one of the Arkansas games, like it was in Fayetteville, where there was no flag on the field, but they call timeout. They get a call from the booth, and they want to review it for targeting. And they have a targeting and eject the player for Arkansas. Yeah. So my problem there is that I've seen more times than not when you don't do that. I mean, in other words, you may throw a flag and so it's targeting while the play is going on. That's one thing. But for not to have anybody on the field, you got all these players. Yeah, I mean, you can tell me nobody sees that. That's the thing that bothers me.
David, they saw it, but they did not think that it. Rose to the level of target.
Well, can we apply that to other rules too?
Well,
in other words, that ejected a player.
Well, but that's the only reason. That's the only penalty.
The most lethal.
Can be reviewed.
But
that's the only penalty they can create with replay, David, as far as to be able to throw. Now they can create like too many men on the field if the officials don't call that. There are a few penalties that they can create, but. With the targeting, that penalty is so different than anything else.
Yeah.
They don't have that rule in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no such thing as targeting in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's just a penalty.
Penalty.
Well, also, the problem is that
unnecessary roughness.
That penalty too, if it happens at the wrong time, can impact more than one game, right? Because if you target in the second half of a game, you were out for the first half of the next game. I think that is far too because I believe that in the past in the NFL, if there is an egregious hit, they will review. They
can throw a guy out of
but
the
NFL.
NFL.
They can give him a suspension for a couple games, right? Like Vontez Burfict a couple years ago.
Yeah, they can do that.
I'm fine with them doing that in college, but I don't think on the field we should be settling whether a guy should miss the second half of one game and the first of another. You know what I mean? If he's going to miss time in 2 separate games, that should be decided independently, where people sit down and watch the hit and be like, "Yeah, we have to make a point."
But see, Josh, you're just like everybody. You want to change the rule.
Yes.
I mean, and the problem we have is the rule is a rule, and so we have to
do
it is what it is.
But and that's how most fans are. They want to change the rule because they think it's too egregious to do that. Now, you also have to remember, if an official calls targeting, the play is immediately reviewable.
Yeah.
Every targeting foul. So for me, the official, it's okay for the only problem is if the official calls targeting, normally it's also the 15-yard penalty sticks.
Yeah, of course,
as opposed to the targeting. Remove the whole penalty if it's not targeting.
Yeah. So anyway,
I am more
it's
sensitive about that because I see oftentimes where a running back will drop his head, and that never gets called on them. They drop the head,
Right.
and so that's
it's like the running backs can put their hands in somebody's face and they can hit a defender in the face mask and stiff arm them, but they don't call hands to the face or a face mask on the
legal.
offense.
Yeah.
Right, but why can offense do it and defense can't?
Because it's just legal.
Well, that's the point.
A stiff arm in the face is legal. Now you can't grab the face. You can't grab the face.
But isn't hands to the face the same thing on defense? Same concept.
Prolonged.
The rules.
You have to have prolonged. But see, that's the interesting thing. Everybody they don't like the rule. It's like the tuck rule. People say, "Well, that should have been a fumble." Well, but that's not what the rules say.
I made that, as I said, I saw a famous Arkansan run to the middle of the field in Foxborough with snow coming down, turn his mic on and say, "By rule." You know what I mean?
Well,
when you led with that, I thought, "Uh-oh, here we go."
Having Terry Bradshaw on the show, you're talking to a guy that played in the most, more violent times of NFL, where you're knocking down, you're beating the crap out of quarterbacks, you're hitting late, you're throwing. I mean, it's amazing when people watch films of them and going, "Wow." I mean, that is nothing like it is today. It's just a different ball game. I do want to ask you real quick before we go to break. Mark May coming up. Will you stay up, Bill? By the way, we've got to say Happy New Year to Australia.
Yes,
they're celebrating. Yes,
they're 26 minutes in.
Bill,
down in
those
Sydney.
islands in the Pacific are probably now within the new year as well.
We'll start with Trey. Trey, will you stay up tonight till 12?
I doubt it very seriously.
Okay, Walt?
No.
Bill?
I will.
Wow, of course, Bill.
Come on.
Would you like to disclose what establishment you may be at tonight?
I'll be in my neighborhood. Leave it.
All right. Wow.
I'll be in the neighborhood.
If you see Bill Vickery tonight, text me at 12 o'clock tonight.
You want?
Will you be solo or will you be attached tonight?
Solo tonight.
Okay.
Just going to a little gathering at a spot.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Listen, if you're at Bill Vickery, if you're at New Year's party and you see Bill Vickery, you're in the right place. Because you know what? Tampa wanted him down there.
Yeah.
Dallas wanted him down there. L.A. wants him down there. But no, Little Rock's got him.
None of that. Yes, something's got him.
Glad you're with us today. We'll come back with Mark May. And do you got to go?
Yeah, I got to go.
Walt, thanks so much. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, guys.
I got to run.
You got to go too. Bill, Happy New Year to both of you guys.
Happy New Year to all you guys. It's a pleasure being on with all you.
Two of the greats, Walt Coleman and Bill Vickery. We'll come back with Mark May, more of Trey Reed. We got Joe Nichols coming up. We'll check your messages. I see a lot of text messages at 661-103.
Being here with you, man.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Mall Mill exit.
This is Sports Center.
Conference play in college basketball got underway last night. Number 12, North Carolina gets to 13-1 with a 79-66 win over Florida State. Also, number 16, Louisville goes on the road and beats Cal 90-70. Today, 3 ranked games as number 21, Virginia visits Virginia Tech at 1 o'clock on the ACC Network. At 3 o'clock, it's Georgia Tech at number 6, Duke. And then at 4 p.m. on Peacock, it's UConn at number 4 in the country. They go on the road to take on the Xavier Musketeers. Also, in bowl action today, 11 a.m. on ESPN, number 23 Iowa and number 14 Vanderbilt. At 1 o'clock on CBS, it's Arizona State and Duke. At 2 o'clock on ABC, it's Michigan and Texas. At 2:30 on ESPN, Nebraska, number 15 Utah. And tonight, the first college football playoff on Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Wednesday's highs reach the upper 50s to low 60s with lots of sunshine and calm westerly winds. And then for New Year's Eve, temperatures drop into the low 40s by the time the ball drops, and then we'll eventually reach the mid-30s into New Year's Day in the morning. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Arkansas Storm Team meteorologist Jenna Warner.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
The 36th Annual Reliance Bank Arkansas Big Buck Classic, January 23rd through the 25th at the State Fairgrounds, presented by Arkansas's best Chevy dealers. Listen for the Big Buck Sounder next week to qualify on air or register during Big Buck to win a hunting rifle, $1,000 gift certificate from Hunter's Refuge, or an Arkansas Game and Fish lifetime hunting license. The Arkansas Big Buck Classic, January 23rd through the 25th. Brought to you by Bradford Marine and ATV, Can-Am, Hunter's Refuge, Remington, Taka Hunting Gear, and Outlaw Beer.
Hey folks, Roger Scott. Most of you already know this, but for those that don't, I'm in recovery, and I can tell you life on this side of addiction is pretty awesome. There's a place here in Arkansas that's trying to help other people get there as well. It's called Peak State Recovery in Parrott. It's not one of those cold hospital-style rehabs, not at all. It's bright. It's positive. It feels like a place where you actually want to get better. They've got yoga, meditation, art therapy, fitness, even spa-like detox with saunas and massage chairs. Are you kidding me? That's my kind of healing. And here's something else you don't have to worry about. They'll come pick you up anywhere in the state of Arkansas. And with most major insurances, a lot of the times treatment's going to be completely covered, meaning it's not going to cost you nothing. So if you're ready to turn things around, call Peak State Recovery at 501-881-2087. That's 501-881-2087 or visit peakstaterecovery.com. PEAKSTATE recovery.com. You don't have to stay stuck where you are. Your comeback starts right now. Peak State Recovery, healing the whole person.
Last call for 2025 savings. It's Mark Miller for Parker Cadillac with a 72-hour end-of-the-year sales event. 3 days of the biggest discounts of the year and 0 extensions. Shop a huge selection of cars, trucks, and full-size SUVs at clearance prices. Plus, get a first-class buying experience. When the sale ends, it's over. Don't wait. Jump online at parkerspecials.com or call us now, 501-224-2400, and finish the year in style. But hurry, these deals end January 2nd.
Well, Bass, game's almost over. I hope you got those bets in on the Oaklawn Sports app.
You know, Roger, this Oaklawn Sports betting app might actually make watching games with you bearable.
That's big talk coming from a guy who's about to pick up the tab. But I hear you. With this app, we can bet on all the games this season with so many options.
And after they kick this field goal, it'll be you picking up the tab.
Nah, he's going to miss.
It's good!
That's bad.
Bet all season long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The guys aren't perfect, so if you hear them say something wrong, let them know at 501-661-1037.
Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. That ain't the way to have fun. No. Open up the window. Let some air into this room.
All right, it is 8:32. Great to have everybody stopping by. I got Trey Reed for the entire show. Thanks to Arch Marine. Appreciate their sponsorship.
Thanks for having me here, man. I see Walt every now and then, but good to chop it up with Bill, man. I don't get to do radio with him often.
Well, he's let Josh turn that down a little bit. Again, we are so blessed for all of our listeners out there and our sponsors to have really talented people like Hugh and Bill and Walt and Mark May, who we're going to talk with in just a second, and Darren McFadden and Terry Bradshaw and John Daly and just...
Well, look, you won't take much credit for it, but a lot of the reason a lot of those big names are here because of one David BAZZEL and all the stuff you've done in Arkansas and nationally over the years.
Well,
so give yourself a pat on the back.
Well, thanks. It's a team effort. We can't, we can't do it without great sponsors. And obviously, we want to thank Oaklawn, our sponsor for the studio. And we'll be over there tomorrow. They are running Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You got the Smarty Jones Stakes on Saturday. That's a biggie.
Already?
Yeah.
Golly.
So then they'll take a few weeks off, and you've got the Ozzy Osbourne Tribute Band January 1st. That's the let's see, tomorrow's what day is today? Wednesday, Thursday night, and so I think they still got it where if you buy a ticket, you get one free. So that's a really positive deal. Somebody, and I know you're waiting to get Mark.
Got him.
We got to talk about your art. Somebody said, hey, I really like what Trey's doing with his artwork. So.
Well, thank you very much. I did, I think right before football season, and perhaps I'll never do another Razorback piece of art because it may have been a precursor to a horrible season. But I gave you all the Arkansas with the hog head on it before the season. Remember that this piece here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. That was this year.
Put up the camera.
That was this year. I forgot about that. Yes.
I took a printmaking class, a linoleum block printmaking class at the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts back in like January, February last year. I really enjoyed it, really having a lot of fun with it. And so thank you, whoever sent that in. I appreciate the shout out. I've been trying to sell a few pieces. Sold a few for Christmas.
Where can people find that?
Probably my Instagram at 3REID, like the numeral 3 REID.
Who knew the talent that we have, in this
Look,
state?
I'm just trying to catch up to my son, who is actually a really talented artist. And so if I can be half as good as him someday, I will have accomplished something.
Awesome. Let's check in with our buddy Mark May for the last time in 2025.
It's time once again for College Football Talk with Mark May. Sponsored by Edwards Food Giant, the meat people, the only stop you'll ever have to make for your family's grocery needs. And by Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union. With their end-of-year auto loan special, rates as low as 2.026%, no payments for 90 days, and 84 months financing. Apply at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
Good morning, Mark.
Morning, guys.
Happy New Year in advance.
Happy New Year to you guys. It's gonna happen pretty soon. It's tomorrow.
Oh man, look! It sounds like we may have a bad phone connection, Mark. We'll try it for a few seconds to see if it works. We talk about year in review. Not only have we had Mark May throughout the season, but we had him at the Touchdown Club, Trey and Josh, and he lit it up when he was there. And people, Mark, since you were here, said Basil set you up to talk bad about Hunter Yurachek. Basil told you to do that. And I said, Mark May and I didn't have one conversation about what you were going to say. Did I? Well, I didn't tell you what questions I was going to ask. And all I said, if you remember, I think, Josh and Trey, I said, what does Arkansas need? What does our Arkansas need as far as leadership goes? I didn't even say leadership. I said, what does the program need to get over the hump? And you gave your thoughts about Hunter Yurachek, and man, I think that got 1 million hits on social media.
It was one of those things where you just asked me a question and I answered it. It wasn't a setup question or anything like that. Like what he said previous to I got there when he talked to the Touchdown Club, he told them that they don't have the resources to compete. How do you go in front of your people that are supporting you, tell them that you can't compete? I mean, when I first read that and heard about that, it was like, what are you doing? You can't do that. Even in closed doors, you shouldn't do that. But I just answered the question. I guess people were attracted to it, and I guess that they kind of liked what I had to say.
Yeah, we'll see if we'll try Mark again. We'll see if Hunter Yurachek comes back to the Touchdown Club and get after that. Hey, while we're waiting too, I did want to give a shout out to Jody Carter. I had sent Terry Bradshaw. He did our segment this year for free. Didn't ask anything, and so we sent him a nice, really cool charcuterie board, special made out of a special wood by Jody Carter down in Redfield. He does all the pickleball trophies for our best of the best pickleball championship at Little Rock Athletic Club. But it's a big old giant deal, and Jody, great job on that. And Terry really appreciate it.
I love a charcuterie board.
Yeah,
man.
it's big and thick. It's big and thick and weighs about 20 pounds. I mean, it's a massive. It's got Bradshaw on there.
Beautiful.
So thanks to Jody on that.
On the button, Mark.
Let's try Mark again. See if this is a better connection. Mark, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's much better. Well, Mark, we had two good bowl games last night. One that was in overtime. TCU beat USC, and then Brett Bielema ends up beating Lincoln Riley, and ended up beating Tennessee last night in their bowl game. And so, but today you got 3 or 4 more good games. I'm really sort of looking forward to seeing Iowa and Vandy. I think that would be a good one. But obviously, we'll start with the playoffs. What do you think about Miami tonight in Ohio State?
It's got to be a low-scoring game. Both of these teams are in the top 4 in scoring defense. Ohio State's number 1, Miami's number 4. And if Miami plays like they did against Texas A&M defensively, it could be a really low-scoring game. They had 7 sacks against Marcel Reed against Texas A&M. They're led by Ruben Bain. They're all everything defensive end. He's the best player of the year. It's one of those things where if Carson Beck can control the offense and not turn the ball over, Miami has a chance to win this game. But unfortunately, once he gets to the big game, he turns the ball over more than he should. There's a player nobody's really talking about. He's a freshman sensation, Malachi Tony. This kid is phenomenal. a true freshman. He leads the team in receiving with 89 catches and almost 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. He also runs the ball out of the running back position. He averages 4.9, has a touchdown. And as the quarterback, he was a quarterback in high school. He's thrown for touchdown passes. So this kid does everything. He's somebody that you want to watch in this football game because he's an exciting player. And for the Ohio State defense and Matt Patricia, they've got a key on him. Because I think the entire offense doesn't run around Carson Beck, the quarterback. It runs around Malachi Tony, a true freshman sensation that does everything for this.
That game is tonight. Well, you think we should try it?
Mark, we'll do your cell phone. So go grab it, and I'll text you the number to call here. But yeah, we have to switch.
I told this story off air to Roger because we had Mark on last week.
Yeah.
While we're trying to get him back on here. So back when I worked at ESPN, 05, 06, of course, they owned the Bassmaster tour at the time, and wanted to bring in some of the other ESPN personalities outside of the fishing world to make a little bit more of a splash. Well, they brought Mark in.
Yeah.
And we're in a production meeting. The tournament starts on Thursday. This is Sunday or Monday, and everybody, including JM Associates, based here in Little Rock, Jerry McInnes's, the late Jerry McInnes's company, doing all this production stuff. And has anybody got any great idea? Going around the room, Mark raises his hand. He goes, "You know what would be cool? Is to put a heart monitor on these anglers, as they're sight fishing or setting the hook on a fish." It was like everybody's like, "Oh, what a great idea!" And so they go out and they find some equipment just in the and so they actually incorporated that into the production at the that would have been the 2006 Bassmaster Classic on Lake Tahoe. And that was Mark May, yeah.
Has anybody done that since?
They may still do it from time to time, but it was like nobody ever really thought about that
we got
before.
You, Mark.
And I just thought, a Mark May story for you.
Wow, Mark. So, Mark, we just were talking with Trey Reed, who was with the Arkansas Game and Fish, and he used to be with ESPN. I
was telling the story, Mark. You came in and helped us with the 2006 Bassmaster Classic down at Orlando Disney Lake Tahoe. I was telling them about the production meeting. They're going around the room on Sunday or Monday before the tournament, and you had a great idea. You said, it would be really cool to put a heart monitor on these anglers and see how much their heart rate goes up when they catch a fish. And they took your idea and ran with it and incorporated that into the production. So
love it.
I thought it was pretty cool. Mark.
Well, the only thing I remember about that Bassmasters tournament, guys, was the weather changed in the flip of a coin.
It did.
It was like I was on the rough seas of the Atlantic, and I was like, "Get me off this boat."
I do remember that. A big storm blew in one day, and I think you were out on the water doing live reports at that point.
How about that? Mark doesn't remember the idea; he just remembers how cold it was. Yes, that's. But listen, I will say this about Mark: he's a class of a guys you'll ever meet. One of the most loyal guys you've ever meet. I know that's why he would be a great teammate, and we've been really blessed to have Mark as a part of this show. I guess he's 10 years, and with the Broyles Award for about the same amount of time. I'm sure he's coming in for the 30th anniversary of the Broyles Award. And
golly,
can't say thanks enough, Mark. Real quick, going back. All right, of the 3 games tomorrow, the 3 playoff games, which of the underdogs do you think has the best chance of winning? Texas Tech, Alabama, or Ole Miss?
I think it could be Ole Miss because if you look at the way they played, they threw caution to the wind the last time they played. They had a lead for the most of the game, and they gave up a fourth-quarter lead. They scored 17 points, Georgia did, in the fourth quarter to come back and win the game and shut down Mississippi's offense. But the first half of this game, Pete Golden was the defensive coordinator. He basically shut down the Georgia offense and Gunnar Stockton. So if they can do that for 4 quarters, they've got a chance to win the game, and the 6.5 points, they should probably cover that. And looking at all these games, I think they all have a chance. You look at the other game, the Orange Bowl. How about Oregon's defense? They gave up over 500 yards to JMU.
Yeah.
500 yards to James Madison. In the first 2 drives, JMU takes the ball down the field over 50 yards in the first 2 drives. They didn't put points on the board, but they moved the ball against the Oregon defense. I'd be kind of skeptical of that game, the Oregon defense. But, Texas Tech, they've got a great defense themselves, so it should be fun to watch. But I still really think that, Mississippi, the Ole Miss players, they're carrying that load down their back. They want to prove something to Lane Kiffin. And guess what? I think they can. I think they can make a game out of it against Georgia.
Obviously, Mark, it was not a great year for the Razorback football program. You got a new coach in Ryan Silverfield. Are you, as a guy, outside guy looking in, are you optimistic that Arkansas can get this thing turned around? It's very competitive with NIL, and you look at a lot of great coaches in the SEC, a lot of money. Or should we have expectations of a good season next year? Or do we expect growing pains, you think, from Ryan Silverfield?
I think it's going to be growing pains. I think it's one of those situations where we're going to have to wait and see and take one step at a time because it's an uphill battle. Look at the teams you're facing. If you're going against the Texas, or you're going against an Alabama, you're going against a Georgia or an LSU, they've got a ton of money and they're putting it into their sports programs, particularly their football programs, football teams and staffs and players. So it's going to be a while to turn it around. But if you're patient and you stay with the new staff and give them an opportunity and support them, they're going to get to that. They're going to get to that goal where they're going to start winning some games and be competitive and get the bowl games again in the next year or two.
One of the questions I've asked a lot of guys on the show today: who is your coach of the year in the NFL? Do you go with Vrabel? Do you go with Cohen? Do you go with Johnson? Or a couple other directions? Where do you stand on the coach of the year in the NFL?
I got to go with Shanahan. But if you look at what the 49ers were able to do this year, look at their stars on their defense. They got injured, knocked out. Fred Warner, he's out. I look at that team and the way that they have put it together. They lost their left tackle, Trent Williams. This is a football team that everybody thought would get rolled this year. As many injuries as they had, and they're playing for the number one seed on Saturday. So I look at the 49ers. I think that that's a heck of a coaching job. You know, you look across the league. You know, Vrabel's did a heck of a job. There's been some great coaching jobs out there, but I look at the teams that have stars that can't play and look at their backup. That's a quality job by the front office of getting backups that can come in and play. They're not going to be as good as the starters, but they can keep you competitive and you can still win games. Even your backup quarterback. I mean, this is a team that was devastated with injuries on both sides of the ball, and right now they're in it, man. They've got a chance to be the number one seed sitting home watching everybody else play.
Do want to thank Edwards Food Giant and Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union for sponsoring Mark. Appreciate that. Who do you think gets to the Super Bowl, Mark? Go ahead and make a long shot call right now. Who do you think we see playing in the Super Bowl?
I like the Seattle Seahawks because they're doing it on both sides of the ball. They've got to run the ball better, but they played on the road better than anybody this season. And I like the Buffalo Bills. I think if Josh Allen can't get it done this year without any Patrick Mahomes, without any Lamar Jackson, if he can't get it done this year, I don't think the Bills will ever get it done. So I'm going to ride with the Buffalo Bills, my home state guys. I think the Buffalo's going to get there and get it done this year for the first time ever and win it.
Roger is taking the day off today, taking a couple days off, well deserved. And but the Cowboys is another year, another disappointment, no playoffs. Do you think it's ever going to happen for them, Mark? Do you think it's just the point? So long as you have Jerry in that position, there's just something there, evaluation wise, or coaching wise, or philosophy wise, where they just can't seem to get back on track.
I think as long as Jerry's running the show, I don't think it'll ever change. He's going to have a head coach he can control. I think if you look at the situation with the Cowboys, when they were competitive and they were winning and they were getting the Super Bowls, it was Jimmy Johnson, competitive with Bill Parcells. That's a dominant coach that runs the team and runs it how it should be run. Unless Jerry gives the reins up to a head coach and gives them total control in the front office, they're not going to get back to the Super Bowls and playing for that. And he's proven it over the last 3 decades. They just can't get it done. So it's got to be a major change in Dallas. It's never going to happen because Jerry's not going to give up that power because he loves to be in the limelight. If he's not making those decisions and having his radio show and making comments to the media, why is he going to sit there and take that and let another coach do that? He's not going to let anybody else shine. He's going to take all the shine off of it. So until something happens with the Cowboys, getting a head coach that can make a decision, a strong personality that's going to stand up to Jerry, I think they're going to be in the same position they are every year. Maybe they'll make the playoffs. Maybe they don't make the playoffs. Maybe they'll be 500 this year, 8-1. So I think they've got to make major changes in their front office if they're going to get over the hump and get to the Super Bowl.
Well, I guess if you're not going to go to the Super Bowl, you might as well keep making billions, and that's all that Jerry does is just keep making money. He may not have another gold, the silver trophy, but his bank account continues to grow. I'm sure right now he'd give up a good chunk of that money
you he would.
To get another trophy, so Lombardi Trophy. Mark, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
Happy New Year's, guys. Have a great one.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks to Edwards Food Giant, now Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union again. We'll take a break and come back with Trey Reed, extended Trey Reed today in the studio. Life isn't just about living, it's about living well. No one understands that better than Baptist Health. They support you on your wellness journey wherever it may lead. Baptist Health really is so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner, helping you live your fullest, healthiest life. Baptist Health provides a range of essential screenings for vital areas such as your heart, prostate, and colon, coupled with comprehensive and personalized care. They utilize state-of-the-art robotic surgeries to ensure faster recoveries and significantly less pain for their patients. You can always rely on the care you receive at Baptist Health to be delivered with Christian compassion. It's no accident that they are recognized as Arkansas's most trusted and innovative healthcare system. Their commitment to excellence is evident in every aspect of their service. When you need a partner in wellness, visit Baptist-Health.com to find the care you deserve. Baptist Health is so much more than a healthcare provider. They're a true partner, helping you live your fullest, healthiest life. Visit Baptist-Health.com to find the care you deserve. Baptist Health, for you, for life.
'Tis the season. Shop your holiday needs at Fort Thompson. Great selection of hunting and outdoor apparel. Pistols, rifles, shotguns, boots, waders, and gun safes. Fort Thompson's in Sherwood or FortThompson.com.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Brand new players get a 100% profit boost just for downloading the Bet Saracen app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Hey, this is your conscience. Just want to remind you, December 31st is the last day to get 50% off the joining fee at the Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. Get in there now and join, or you're going to hear from me again.
Join the Zone each Monday for game balls and jock straps, brought to you by 8 Caddies Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and DJ give you their game balls and jock straps on the Zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by 8 Caddies Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for game balls and jock straps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. You and your business are doing big things in our community. Our financial tools are just what businesses need to succeed, but finding funds for your business can be tricky. At Southern Bank, we make it easy for local businesses to get financing for the things that help with their success. With a variety of loan and deposit products, your business can be prepared with a financial plan tailored for your business needs. To start your relationship with Southern Bank, visit us at southernbank.com or stop by one of our convenient branches. Member FDIC.
103.7 The Buzz is proud to bring you college football talk with Mark May every Thursday morning on Morning Mayhem, brought to you by Edwards Food Giant, the Meat People, and Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union. Listen as Mark breaks down the week's biggest games and makes his predictions. Mark May on The Buzz, presented by Edwards Food Giant and Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union.
Your morning drive will never be the same with Morning Mayhem on the radio, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Roger, what about your father-in-law?
You know what?
Still around? Still around?
Oh, no.
He's gone, long gone?
No. They're gone. Both of them have passed. One by his own hand. No, I take that back. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm just, you know what I'm thinking of? Forgive me for this.
The CTE story?
Samantha's dad is still alive. Yes.
Whoa!
Good dude.
Whoa!
Good dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Good dude.
That was one of the classic drops we had
This is a song we discovered this year.
Oh, yes. That's right, we did.
From that Jerry Jones doc, right?
Johnny Cash. Yeah. No, what'd you say?
It was the Jerry Jones Cowboys doc.
It was.
Yeah.
Documentary, yes.
Yeah.
They used this song at the beginning. Yeah, that was. The other thing that we did, one of the notable things in 2025 on Morning Mayhem, we went to Terry Bradshaw's Quarter Horse Ranch. And Terry made a comment that went viral, and as Josh mentioned, was the number one song, number one story on ESPN. Let's play that. Have you heard this, by the way, Trey?
Yeah.
So this went viral, 40 million plus views on social media. This is Terry talking about Aaron Rodgers at his ranch.
What do you think about possibly Aaron Rodgers being the quarterback?
That's a joke. He shouldn't. That is just, to me, is a joke. What are you going to bring him in for 1 year? Are you kidding me? I mean,
that's not the Steelers' way, right?
No, man. That guy needs to stay in California and go, somewhere and chew on bark and whisper to the gods out there.
100%. These guys on the show, Mr. Bradshaw, know I'm not a fan of his. We've been around each other personally, and he was not a kind person.
No, he does not. I had to go over and introduce myself to him. He's not. I had to go, hey, Aaron, I'm Terry Bradshaw. I know he knows me, but I just felt like I better tell him who I am. Yeah. And not, you walk in there and you get in his presence and you feel like it's going to start snowing. Oh, hold it. Roger, that was supposed to be something. There you go. Failure
over his head.
That's when Terry started getting after Rodgers, and that led to him being on the show this year, each week. So that's really cool stuff. I think there's a clip of him calling the Hogs or going woo pig suey down there too.
That clip is just gold.
He said eat bark,
eat the bark, and whisper to the gods.
To his gods. Yeah.
That is the best.
It's
July NFL clip.
As Josh said, it was in July. Nothing was going on, so that was outstanding.
I just pulled that clip.
It's right there. I saw it a few minutes ago.
What do you think?
No, it's down there.
Give me 1 second. I just had it.
You think that was a reference to ayahuasca?
Yes,
on the bark?
I think it was. And we need to give a shout out. You got some buddies out duck hunting, right?
Yeah, man. Joel Fox, Russ Powell out there getting after it this morning. I've received a few. They actually called me last night, David, about 8:30 after I got home from doing the wild side, and I was so excited for a minute, like, oh, yeah, I'd love to go, and I'm like. I'm doing morning mayhem in the morning. No, you know what? From the videos they've sent me, David, I think I've made the right decision.
Well, I was going to say Taylor Grayson said that he was listening to us this morning. Heard the national anthem. I see he's got some ducks. So.
Good. They getting into him down at the Grove.
Exactly right.
That's probably a big day for them down there, getting ready for the Ole Miss game tomorrow. So.
Oh, that's true.
With Jamie,
that's true.
Big Ole Miss fan.
Did you find it, Josh?
Oh, I mean,
wow,
not bad.
That is outstanding.
Some good ones we still got to get to. We got a lot of ground to cover.
Give me one.
Let's see. Let's go with.
It was pretty obvious that he was a guy. Let's just.
We discovered that
Trips, funny laugh.
Hey, Josh, I probably should have been a little bit clearer. I think I like it.
That's, again, me trying to do my text voice calls, and I don't get through it because I'm interrupted by a physical challenge there, yes.
A physical challenge.
Is this a financial thing, or is it more that, or in fact, you just enjoy that? What? You enjoy doing it because you're fans, you love the fans' appreciation of your music.
Well, we tell everybody that we do it to support all of Howard's ex-wives, but that's not.
That was with David Bellamy, where Baz goes, do you need the money?
Yeah,
why are you playing so many live
they're
shows?
75 years old doing 100 shows a year. And
You should have seen Justin Moore's face. Justin was appalled.
I'm
when
just
he asked
saying,
that.
listen, do you guys need the money, or you do this because you love the fans? And I think they're doing it because they really love the fan. They love even at 75, you still can.
Hey, Chuck,
Yeah, listen, there's plenty of those clips.
What
in
about the gully washer clip that was just not too long
we got
ago?
that somewhere.
What was that?
When you said gully wash, remember that?
You give us
a gully washer in the bedroom or something like that.
I said that, or you said
I was talking. It had rained, and I said there was a real gully washer last night. You said I love a gully washer in the bed.
Oh, is that, wow? Okay, wow. I can't remember. All right, don't go away. 9 o'clock.
Mickey Hennard for Hennard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. We carry Steel's full line of outdoor power equipment. Dad started the business, and we've been family owned for over 30 years. Take exit 42 in Searcy to Hennard Foothills Equipment.
103.7 The Buzz is your home for Arkansas Razorback basketball. Coverage is brought to you by Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bell Chevrolet, Network Services Group, and Windrock Automotive. Razorback basketball on your home of the Hogs, 103.7 The Buzz.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with top quality equipment from Cabot Outdoors. Right now, purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower and receive a free pressure washer. An unbeatable bonus of up to $799. But hurry to get an extra $500 off. Supplies are limited. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Stop by Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street in Cabot, or take a look on Facebook.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment presents Coach Nolan Richardson when he joins Drive Time Sports every week with Rollin' with Nolan. Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Bowen. Find them online at ametrucks.com.
1037 The Buzz.
You know how I am. You guys know how I am. I don't forget anything.
Crushing all the competition.
So you can take that to the bank.
As we get ready to ring in 2026, everyone wants to make sure that you make it home safe from your New Year's Eve parties. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration shows that over 4,900 drunk driving deaths took place around New Year's Eve between 2019 and 2023. There will be increased police presence on several roads tonight. J-Hook Towing is also offering to take your car home for free. And Rainwater Holt in Sexton is offering $50 vouchers to Uber between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. This is available for people in Little Rock so everyone can avoid getting behind the wheel drunk. You can learn more about how to get a voucher on our website, krk.com. And people planning to ring in the new year with fireworks need to know their city's rules. Little Rock City officials are urging people to be responsible. They say fireworks are not allowed in city limits. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KRK's Jessica Rockwell. Have a great new year.
Catch the Buzz on all our social media platforms, presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. It's hot tub season at Luxury Pool and Spa. Online at luxurypoolarkansas.com.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Wednesday's highs reached the upper 50s to low 60s with lots of sunshine and calm westerly winds. And then for New Year's Eve, temperatures drop into the low 40s by the time the ball drops, and then we'll eventually reach the mid 30s into New Year's Day in the morning. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Arkansas Storm Team meteorologist Jenna Warner.
Are you hungry? Something new, $25, all you can eat, sushi rolls, soup, salad, Benihana rice. Come at Benihana's Monday through Thursday.
Tune in every Friday morning to hear Danny West from hogsports.com on Morning Mayhem. Brought to you by HJ Trailer Sales. They've got truck beds and utility trailers for every type of job and a service facility for maintenance and repair. Local folks with great products. Visit them online at hjtrailersales.com or in person at 808 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Hey, Roger, this week wraps up the first session of the 2025-26 racing meet known as the Holiday Racing Meet before it returns on January 30th. Do you have your picks ready? I need some help.
Ready? I've already picked out my lucky socks. Racing runs Thursday through Sunday, and Saturday starts early at noon. I'm skipping brunch for this.
Brunch? Forget brunch. You can bet from anywhere with bet.oaklawn.com. No excuses.
Anywhere? Like from my couch. In my socks?
Yep. iPhone and iPad users, grab the app in the Apple App Store. Android folks, go to bet.oaklawn.com and save it to your home screen. Easy peasy.
Nice. And new members get up to $200 in sign-up bonuses with promo code BUZZ26. That's enough for new socks.
Plus, you can watch and wager on any track, earn cashback points, and get free past performances and expert picks. Basically, Roger, they're giving you all the tools to win.
And the big races this week, the $250,000 Smarty Jones Stakes on Saturday. Now, that's some serious money.
Bet, watch, and win at bet.oaklawn.com. Sign up today with promo code BUZZ26 before your socks run out of luck.
This is Justin Akery. If hand or wrist pain is getting in the way of your daily life, it's time to see the specialists at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. Their fellowship-trained hand and wrist surgeons treat everything from arthritis and fractures to nerve injuries and carpal tunnel. And with Arkansas's only hand trauma telemedicine program, advanced care is available around the clock. Call Ortho at 501-686-TOSH to schedule your appointment today and get back to living pain-free. That's 501-686-8674. The doctor will see you now.
Injured? There's only one number you need to know. 888-8888.
At Rainwater Holt and Sexton, no case is too big and no insurance company too strong.
Just dial 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Great edition of Out of Bounds in the books. I want to thank Wes Moore for letting me come on. Also want to thank Brian Edwards for coming on the show today, as well as Coach Z and Kevin Bohannon. I'll be back tomorrow. Jackson Braswell, my play-by-play partner in crime from high school football, will be joining us. 1 to 4 will break down everything college football playoffs.
Hi, it's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. Folks, if you're shopping for a new car or truck, I hope you'll come see us and give us a chance to earn your business. We have huge discounts, 0% financing available, and we'll give you $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Folks, I guarantee you a hassle-free buying experience. And if you've had credit problems in the past, listen to this. We have an easy pre-approval process. Just go to FletcherCredit.com to get started. You can be pre-approved in minutes. It's really not hard. FletcherCredit.com. Folks, we're also still buying cars every day. If you got an old car or truck you want to turn into cash, bring it to Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood and ask for Chris or Andy. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Shop in person or shop online at FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. We can reawaken any space to make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
'Tis the season. Shop your holiday needs at Fort Thompson. Great selection of hunting and outdoor apparel. Pistols, rifles, shotguns, boots, waders, and gun safes. Fort Thompson's in Sherwood or FortThompson.com.
Nobody's saying they don't appreciate what Jenny did.
Welcome back to Morning Mayhem.
If all I had to do was cut a hole in a bag, I could have cut it better than this.
Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios.
What about you, Robert? You see?
Here is David BAZZEL, Roger Scott, and Justin Moore.
Not too good.
Such a great clip. It is a 906. That was one of the new rejoiners that we used coming back from a break from one of our favorite movies, Django Unchained. Glad you're with us on this last show of 2025. We'll be off tomorrow, then we'll be back Friday as we begin our 5th year together, myself, Roger, and Justin Moore. For Josh, this is year number 2? Can't hear you. Got to punch it up.
February would be my 3rd year.
Started
year number 3. Yeah. Hold on. I've been here since. Oh my God.
That's it.
I'm trying to think. I've been here for 3 Arkansas football seasons.
So
there was a 4 and 8 year I was here for.
So this will start your.
Year. Yeah, I came here in 2023. It'll be 2026, so I'll be in my 4th year here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Did not intend on being still being a producer in the
great to have Trey Reed here from Arkansas Game and Fish. Thanks to Arts Marine. Appreciate that hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me, man.
And we've got several folks that are sending messages on our D3 Auto Sales text line. Someone asked, "Does Josh have Justin Moore's spleeze moment about The Sopranos?" Did you capture that?
What did he say?
I have to go back and get it. It's when he was trying to figure out. He was working his way through it. He realized it was the wrong gangster movie. I think he sort of self-corrected himself. I say one of the great things of 2025 that Morning Mayhem was able to do is get Joe Nichols on our show. Trey, he's been outstanding, great guy, great Arkansan, great artist and music artist, and I think also we'll ask him about his outdoor specialties, and we probably have, but we've talked so much sports. But let's bring him in now if we can there, Josh.
He's one of the best artists to come from the state of Arkansas. He's got 5 #1 hits, 2 Grammy Awards, and 4 nominations. Brought to you by Bath Fitters of Arkansas. No gimmicks, just real savings. Check him out at bathfitterlittlerock.com. Now, here's the Natural State's very own Joe Nichols.
Hey.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. How you fellas doing?
Man, we're doing great. Glad to have you with us on our last show of 2025. Justin Moore is down in Florida with his family. Smart move. It's a little bit warmer down there, not a whole lot warmer than here. And Roger, we're giving him a couple days off. We'll see him on Friday. But, man, it's been great to have you this year. I've said it several times when Justin suggested, and I had said something to him, too. He goes, hey, what about Joe Nichols? What about getting him on the show? I said, man, if Joe would come on. And Trey, he's been outstanding.
Oh, I've as you were saying earlier, like I come on here Wednesday mornings, but I listen throughout the week and have really enjoyed Joe's takes on things.
Yeah, Joe,
great addition to the lineup.
Do you want to thank Bath Fitter for sponsoring Joe each week, and even
the Rogers Shower.
For Roger Shower, thanks to Joe. It wasn't a fun year, Joe, for football season. So Joe has talked about he's willing to go forward and do basketball too, and maybe obviously bleed over into baseball. So I think our Bath Fitter commitment it finishes today. So if you're a sponsor and you've enjoyed Joe and you'd like to sponsor this segment, there you go. We'll talk about that going into 2026. I do have to ask really quick. You've told us before, Trey is with the Game and Fish, longtime outdoor guy, loves fishing, loves hunting. Tell Trey about, is your specialty hunting or fishing or both or neither? I can't remember, Joe.
Well, if you'd call it a specialty, I'm a big fishing guy. You know, I didn't grow up hunting a lot. We kind of bounced around, you know, when I was a kid, moving around quite a bit. I didn't get a chance to set up roots in a lot of places, you know, to kind of get into a hunting culture. But as I've gotten older, man, I've learned to love shooting guns and going on a hunt every now and then. I've done some weird hunts with Hank Williams Jr. That turned out that was a disaster.
Oh wow! I think
I've been on the
Joe
Opry duck hunt many times.
Yeah, I think Joe was breaking down the defensive woes of the Razorback basketball team early in the season, and I believe y'all got into a conversation with you, Joe, about. I remember you bringing up that Hank Williams Jr. Hunt. I can't.
I don't recall.
I think you said like when you get that invitation, you go, no matter what.
Refresh our memory on that, Joe. What happened with Hank Williams Jr.?
Oh my goodness! Well, you know, he was kind of my childhood hero. You know,
Right.
like his music was a huge part of my childhood. I was a very young guy to be singing songs like Old Habits and, you know, Whiskey Bent and Held Bound, but I was like 7, and I knew those 3 songs front to back. So, so meeting him and getting to know him was awesome. And then when he invited me over to his hunting property to do a little hunting, I was absolutely, I'm in. He asked me if I'd been turkey hunting before, and I lied my tail off, which is the lesson here. Don't lie.
Right.
I lied my tail off. I said, "Yeah, I've been turkey hunting." Well, when I went, he was having this. He had this film crew there filming for a CMT show he was doing, and it was a catastrophe. I thought we were going to play music, maybe have a little bit of whiskey, play some music, and take the hunting thing way less serious than he did. And I was wrong, man. I embarrassed myself at every turn. It was really bad. I didn't know what a turkey collar was or how to use it.
Oh boy,
that was an awkward moment. It was bad. But hey, he's even told me the other day that he named one of his big blinds, one of his big hunting blinds down at that property, the Joe Nichols blind. He said, "Hell, son," he's got this real booming voice. "Hell, son, every time I look over there, I'd call them damn birds in. And I'd look over and you were asleep. By the time you woke up and got that gun aimed up," he said, "everything was scattered." Everything scattered, didn't have a chance. So
You know, Joe,
he refers to that blind as the Joe Nichols blind now to all his hunting guests.
I love it.
There is probably not a type of hunting that's more difficult than turkey hunting. I mean, it's kind of like, they see in color, they're walking around on the ground. The only reason anybody ever kills one is because in the spring the boys lose their minds over the girls.
Right.
And make stupid decisions like a lot of us have done over the years. But, so that is a tough one to try to Forrest Gump your way through, being an experienced turkey hunter.
Yeah, that was tough, man. But hey, he was fun. The show was fun. Since then, I've gone on a couple of hunts and I've gotten a little bit better, more kind of familiar. But I've been fishing for most of my most of my life, and I can truly find a lot of joy and comfort in just fishing.
You got any favorite,
what's your favorite
any fish species or any favorite places to go?
Oh yeah, man. There's a big Cypress River, or Little Cypress River over in near Jefferson, Texas.
Yeah.
Down there by Caddo Lake, and a little swampy, big cypress trees, and I'd go down there and catch crappie in a lot of those little river spots, I guess they call them tributaries.
Yeah,
huge crappie over there, and of course massive catfish that we pull out of there. So that kind of fishing is always good for me.
Now you're talking our language. You're fishing for the dinner table when you're talking crappie and catfish.
Oh yeah.
Do you?
That's right.
Are you now? Here's the crazy thing. We haven't even mentioned this, guys. We need to say special thanks to Joe, because you know where Joe is. You want to guess where Joe is right now? You hadn't said it yet. You know where you take a shot where you.
That's a big old world,
Yeah,
David. I don't know,
hey,
man.
Think of world, yeah. Think of
Okay,
world.
he's in.
Think of warm.
He is in. I don't know, the Caribbean somewhere.
Joe is in the Virgin Islands.
Yes.
So where at the Virgin Islands are you, Joe?
I'm in St. Thomas. I'm
St.
over
Thomas.
here at St. Thomas, right there looking. I'm looking at a beautiful view of the ocean right now as we speak. It's not much for surfing today, but it's a beautiful look at anyway.
I told him, I said, listen, we don't have to do this call if you're down the Virgin Islands. He said, no, I want to do it.
You're never that kind to me about it, Dave. You're like, I'll find somebody else if you won't come in while you're fishing down in Mexico.
So Joe, who do you think is there going to be a surprise winner in the game tonight? Miami, Ohio State, or any of the games tomorrow? You know, Texas Tech, Oregon, or Ole Miss and Georgia, Indiana, Alabama. Do you think any of the underdogs might win those games?
So I haven't paid attention to the Indiana-Alabama line. Is Indiana the underdog?
No, Indiana's the favorite.
There's full touchdown
favorite.
favorite.
Okay.
I'm going with Alabama in that game.
Good. I
yeah.
was thinking.
Where do you go? Who are you going with in that one?
Yeah, that's tough. Man, I think Indiana is super strong. I think they got a good thing rolling. Alabama's deep, top to bottom. But I think Indiana's, they got a, I don't know they played anybody like Alabama this year. They played some good teams. They've beaten really good teams. Right. But I got to think that Alabama has the ability to have a dominant performance. And Indiana is going to have a dominant performance against Alabama. So, man, I'm with you. I think Alabama's probably got a little bit of an edge in my mind. But a 7-point underdog, Vegas must see this game way different than I do.
I know. I'm with you. And they beat Ohio State and Indiana, didn't they? It's me, Josh. And they look tough. Yeah. They look tough. But, boy, Alabama has been so tested, Joe. I mean, they played such a tough schedule in the SEC.
They're fun to watch this year. I mean, because
no question.
Because they're weak. Like that Oklahoma game. I mean, once they started getting it going, it's fun. But like they kind of put themselves in a hole first, and it's fun to kind of watch Ty Simpson and those two receivers work their way out. And the one thing is they can't run the ball. They have not been able to run the football the way that other Alabama teams have been able to.
What do you think about Texas Tech and Oregon? Do you think Oregon is a slight favorite, right? 3.5 2.5 point. What do you think in that game?
Yeah, I like Texas Tech.
Okay.
Me too.
Again, they got some good players. I don't know about the transfer portal, how it's affected any of these teams. So as far as I can tell, I think Texas Tech is probably a little better in my mind just because of the offensive line and a couple of the places. But Oregon, man, they're like Indiana. They've beaten some good teams, but they don't have a week-to-week, like, juggernaut. I guess you could say the same thing about Texas Tech.
Right, yeah.
But I think Texas Tech is probably a little bit better, in my opinion.
I agree. I think Oregon's favored because it's the big Reno.
Yes,
you know
that's
what I mean?
right.
It's kind
That's
of the helmet thing.
Razorbacks get their conference play underway Saturday, 2:00 against Tennessee. Excited about that, finally getting into conference play?
I'm very excited about that. You know, I think that Tennessee game is going to be probably one of our toughest games of the year, and I think it's going to be a lot like the Texas Tech game. I think Tennessee's got a couple of problems to figure out because they don't have Ziegler. I thought that guy was incredible. I don't know. I think we have the only thing we have is a big man we've always talked about, that big dominant post presence.
Yep.
And I love to see that Malik Ewing is finally becoming a better version of him and his. I'd be starting him right now, but I'm not the coach. I don't know that dynamic. But man, he'd be my first center right there. And I'd bring him in if I'm not starting him. I'm bringing him at the 18.5-minute mark. You know, first substitution spot available or something. But I think his coming along, that changes our ceiling by a mile. So I think we're really good and probably with the top 10, 12 teams in the country. But if we get a Malik Ewing that's scoring 12, 15 and pulling down 8 to 10 rebounds a night, we are a dominant team. In my opinion, we're a Final Four team.
All right, this is the last question before we let you go. And Trey, you can answer this as well. Josh, you can too. Which is more likely, the Razorback basketball team making it to the Final Four, the Razorbacks making it to the championship game in Omaha, or the ladies in softball making it for the first time ever to Oklahoma City? We'll start with you, Joe. You first. Which one is more likely to happen of those three?
I think Razorbacks making it to the World Series.
Okay.
I think we got with men's basketball, men's baseball. I think we have good team. One of the greatest coaches of all time. It's going to happen for Dave Van Horn one of these days. I think this is the year that he finally gets over the hump. Love that guy. Love his coaching. Love his steady presence. And he deserves it, man. He's been there, done that. He deserves that one ring at least.
Yeah.
So I think this is the year that happens. I think the ladies look good. Ladies are coming on, man. We got a great coach, we got a great team, we got some good players who came in, and but the Final Four is toughest, man. There's a lot of teams that are worthy that never make it.
Yep.
That is a really, honestly, one of the hardest things in any sport. So that's hard, even if you're the number one team.
You're right.
You can't ever predict what's going to happen in the tournament.
You're right. What do you think, Trey?
That's a tough one. I'm going to say basketball in the Final Four. I agree with Joe that of the three, that is the toughest. But I also, as a regular on the show, know that you can never go wrong overinflating the possibilities of the Razorbacks. Because most listeners will agree.
Propaganda. well, you think about. Listen, you don't think that. You don't think this team this year is more talented than the team last year?
Basketball?
Basketball.
Yeah, but I think the thing about last year's team is that once again it was a bit easier because everything was so defined.
But it's still, I know that, but I'm just the point of it, like you say, Joe. A lot of it is to who you draw. You know,
right. Yeah. I mean, like, and that team, I don't know, man. That last year they knocked out Self and Patino in 3 days.
But don't you think? Don't you think some of that's Cal? You got to get Cal. So as long as you got Cal in the mix.
Yeah.
So the thinking being, could he develop this team along the way to get to that point?
I think Cam, this is a harder job than last year because
so?
It's like, how do you pull the How do you get the 26-point Malik Thomas game when you need it? How do you get the 20-point Carter Knox game when you need it? How do you get the 15?
Well, he was 0-5 last year at the beginning.
Right,
getting all the right ingredients poured into the pot and stirring it the right way.
Well, he's got some good ingredients
because
this year.
The thing was last year,
the cookbook didn't have as many ingredients last year.
No matter what, like John L. Davis was playing 39 minutes, and like that was going to be the way it was because like they needed him to.
Yeah.
This year, it's like, how do you throw Malik Thomas out there and let him shoot 15 times, and how does that work out? So it's harder, but also I think their ceiling is much higher this year than last year.
Joe, I'll tell you this: we were talking, Joe.
Oh,
I'm not sure we can start. Still early to make the argument, but I think we were making the argument at Acuff maybe being the best freshman guard ever. If you got with Malik Thomas play like he did the other day, you could say maybe the best two freshmen.
Together, Smith and Black were really good, but they weren't this good.
That's right, and then of course you go back to the great teams, the triplets with City. Of course, they weren't freshmen when that's the difference, and so it's going to be exciting, Joe, to at least follow. We know we got a chance. We've got the ingredients. Trey, as you say. So, well, listen, man, have a great rest.
All the talent in the world.
Yeah, they have all the. And listen, I will say this. Let me say who I think the one who's due the most of all three of those is Courtney Deifel. Courtney Deifel now has knocked on the door, been one game away from getting Oklahoma City. I just hope for her sake that they, just get there.
It's going to happen.
Just get to Oklahoma City.
It was that way for Patty Gasso a long time.
Yeah.
Patty got close, and then once the winning started, it started in a big way.
She's moved in there.
So I think Courtney's going to get there one day.
Joe, get some sun today for us down in the Virgin Islands.
Enjoy St. Thomas, Joe.
Yeah, maybe get.
Hey, I had one last thing I wanted to say on the basketball team this year and last year. I think that's always a great thought exercise. And last year, I don't know about you guys, but it felt like we had to play great defense and hope somebody had a decent scoring night, that somebody could get a bucket maybe here and there and win a lot of 68 to 65 games or sneak one in here. Or, rarely did we get over 90 points. But this team, I believe that this team, I have a feeling that we could be down 7 with 1 minute to go, and I still feel all right. Mm-hmm. Last year, I think that would be a nail in the coffin. We're just not going to fight, offensively near as much. This team, I think, is lethal from every spot on the floor, and they play fast. They play like like the Razorbacks, we all grew up loving, like that 40 minutes of just fireworks and play hard. And if we shore up defense just a little bit, you can't give a lot of open looks, which they've done a lot better job at. I'll give them that. But if this team reaches their potential, I think national championship is not out of the question.
I like it.
Not out of the question. Last year, I think we had to have a lot of things roll our way. Ceiling was a little lower, but man, what a good-looking team we got. I think one of the best.
I like what you're saying there, Joe. Let's keep our fingers crossed that that's what we're talking about as we go. It'll be fun. Listen, it'll be fun to have you. I'm excited about having you during basketball season. It's too bad football season stunk so bad, but you gave great insight. We appreciate it.
This guy is great analysis, man.
I
Not
know.
what I
I told him.
He is on point.
I'll tell you, I mean, Joe, be candid, wasn't really familiar with your music, but when you came on, I'm like, this is. I mean, he's one of the best guests we've had the last 3 years. It's not.
Yeah, you're locked in. You know your stuff.
He's good energy, Joe. Your energy,
great energy.
After 3 hours of the show, it's a great 9 o'clock boost every Wednesday. I look forward to it. He's been awesome.
Yeah, maybe we can get together this year, Joe, up for a game if you're in Northwest Arkansas sometime. I'd love to do that. Or if you're in Central Arkansas, we need to hang out sometime. But I appreciate you. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you next week. And that may be it.
I think it's awesome. Kind of cut off.
His wife might have said, "You're done."
Yeah,
you're done. Do want to thank Bathfitter again. If you're looking to remodel your bathtub and your shower area, just call Roger if you want input.
Just call Roger.
Because Roger will give you the major endorsement. Of course, I've been working with Bathfitter for a long, long time. So start with them if you're looking at changing anything in your bathroom.
Yeah, it's exciting to hear, like, when y'all talk about the basketball team, because obviously basketball's my thing. Watching Acuff, he is like, it's one of those guys that you almost feel like, okay, I'm going to be telling my kids I watch this guy.
He looks like a young man. I mean, he's not like an 18-year-old kid.
Well, he's got the ball on a string, like the way like Iverson and Kyrie do. Like, he's just never pressed, and watching him face pressure is fun because the way he
doesn't bother him.
He likes to work himself out of it. It's cool.
Fun is the operative word there. Like I'm a much bigger football fan than basketball fan, but like even the last couple of years, like we were joking about Acree and Bill Vickery this morning, and writing the team off, after knowing 5-star last year. But I mean, I fell victim to some of that too. Like, I'm just not interested. But this team has been really fun to watch. It's getting me a little more energized about basketball this year, just because they have so many components that are all good, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
last year was kind of more of an anxiety-driven experience because it was like this. It was this
basketball always is for me. But
the first half of the year they were defined by this one freshman guard that we thought was all really good, and then once he played a bunch of guys who could rent cars and have mortgages, it didn't go very well. He gets injured, and then they have. Remember that Kentucky game last year? It was this seminal moment where it was like Arkansas is bad, and Cal's going back. And when he walked in the building,
we talked about that
Godfather.
Game. That could be if you talk about one of the best sports moments in Arkansas.
We totally forget about it.
We didn't mention their backs
were like, you want to talk about like Cal's moment. Like if he loses that game, people would have been like, this guy might be like cooked. Like it might be like
how
over.
cool was it for him to go back?
And they were
and
leading
win.
wire to wire, and for him to walk in there like Godfather confidence, and for them to play when they played.
Good.
But it was an anxiety-driven experience last year when they were 1-5.
Let's squeeze in a couple calls here before we go to break, and we got to come back and play Factor Crap, brought to you by Arkansas Municipal Equipment. Good morning, caller. What's your name?
Man, it's Bobby Joe.
Hey, Bobby Joe. Good New Year, buddy.
Hey, man. Trey, when I got up this morning, I had a whole bunch of texts. They said, would you please call Trey and ask him when he's going to flood all the WMAs?
Hey, well, Bobby Joe, some of them, I mean, there's pretty good water in some of them. Now, unfortunately, there ain't any water anywhere else. I mean, the Cache, the White, I mean, and a lot of the ag fields. And, if you're not managing water, you probably don't have any, and that ain't helping duck populations in Arkansas.
I know. Hey, but always remember, when it gets hot and heavy, when the season's over, at these meetings, I got your back, buddy.
I love you, Bobby Joe. Thank you, buddy.
Happy New Year, Bobby Joe.
All right, man. All
right. We got to say, also, talking about this past year, something that had not been done, Jeff Gross and Jim Harris and the folks down in Pine Bluff, the Jefferson County Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Jim Harris was actually texting in the first hour this morning, clarifying my comments on crow season. It's actually closed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday during the week, Jim said. But, pretty cool endeavor. And you know how it is, David, when you're trying to give awards out or induct people.
I think
it's like, like no good deed goes unpunished. So I think there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah. I think we inducted 100, people because they needed to get all the folks.
We had to play some catch
long
up.
overdue. Year number 2 is coming up too. So well done. It was an honor to get a chance to MC. On the head stage, you had Willie Rolfe, NFL Hall of Famer, Torrey Hunter, Basil Shabazz, some of the great names that you know. You were around.
Absolutely. Yeah, Willie and I graduated together.
All right, when we come back, we'll play a little Factor Crap for some Jason Aldean tickets.
Yeah.
All right, do not go away. It's 9:30.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Ouachita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is Sports Center.
It was a trio of bowl results on Tuesday. Louisiana Tech rallies from behind to beat Coastal Carolina 23-14 in the Independence Bowl. Then Brett Bielema and Illinois get win number 9 of the year. It was a walk-off 30-28 victory over Tennessee. The Vols finish 8-5, but don't beat a single team with a winning record in 2025. And then to end the day, it was a thriller as Sonny Dykes and TCU take down number 16 USC 30-27 with a walk-off touchdown in overtime. The Trojans finished with a 9-win season. The second 12-team college football playoff kicks off tonight as Miami meets Ohio State at 6:30. You can catch the game on ESPN. You could also catch it right here on 103.7 The Buzz. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Wednesday's highs reach the upper 50s to low 60s with lots of sunshine and calm westerly winds. And then for New Year's Eve, temperatures drop into the low 40s by the time the ball drops, and then will eventually reach the mid 30s into New Year's Day in the morning. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Arkansas Storm Team meteorologist Jenna Warner.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families presents Central Arkansas Soup Sunday, March 1st at 3:30 at the Jack Stevens Center at UA Little Rock. Arkansas Advocates works for an Arkansas where every child and family has every opportunity for success. Central Arkansas Soup Sunday benefiting Arkansas Advocates for Children and Families, March 1st at 3:30. Tickets are available at aradvocates.org and at the door.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then, the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's David Bazzell for Luxury Pool and Spa. Can you feel it in the air? Oh, I can. It's hot tub season, and I love my hot tub from Luxury Pool and Spa. You can too. They have Fantasy and Caldera hot tubs in stock and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa also carries Sirona Spa chemicals and frog systems. I use both in my hot tub. You gotta have them. Luxury Pool and Spa also has Pollywood Adirondack outdoor furniture for sitting around your fire pit with family and friends. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L-Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $3,500. Now through December 31st, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local River Valley Tractor dealer or online at rivervalleytractor.com.
Let's keep the good vibes going. Morning Mayhem is back on the air. Live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studios. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort.
Yeah. Your boy Josh Pate's on TV, by the way, on ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
You talked to him?
Oh, yeah.
Before
Yeah, he's a World Award voter. Yeah, nice guy.
Small thing. There's a great video where he talks about when he was broke and had nothing, and he went to go see Nick Saban speak.
Yes.
And just about how it turned his life around.
Oh,
Worth
really?
a watch if you
I
haven't
didn't know
watched
that.
it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
But shout out Josh Pate. Successful Josh says we love it.
Ron from Palm Bluff says, Josh, you can't leave. I won't allow it. Laugh out loud. I got over and tell you what to do. So you got some. I told you that's a couple fans in a row. I was over at the hospital and had a guy come up to
Yeah,
me.
and shout out to my buddy TJ, who's always in the Buzz, the trivia team next to us. His dad is a big fan of the show, so shout out to his dad.
Are you doing West again today?
I am. Jackson Braswell and I.
Okay.
My play-by-play partner from high school this year.
Jackson Braswell did an internship at the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission
Really?
a few years ago.
I love this. He is one of my favorite people. And it's also his dad, longtime broadcaster as well. So
I did not know that.
He filled in for Jackson once, and also they called a game together this year in my absence.
Still working at Weyerhaeuser? Is that his day job?
I believe so.
Last time I ran
Jackson
into him
or
was
his dad?
Jackson.
He's somewhere else now, I think.
Oh, okay. He was working in PR for them.
Yeah.
It's been a year
He's
and a
good.
half
He's a
ago.
smart dude.
Yeah.
And he's a really good quality broadcaster.
Been a fun year of Factor Crap, brought to you by Arkansas Municipal Equipment. Yes, we've given away a lot of prizes.
I love this segment.
Much to the chagrin of Justin Moore, who complains more about Factor Crap than he does about the referees, and that's a lot.
I think the sponsor should request Justin Moore does all the promotional material for the game. They should make him run it. They make him like you, because he really does hate this thing.
He does, but you know what? It helps give out prizes, and we get to talk about our friends in Poland, Arkansas Municipal.
And we learn
Equipment.
something.
We learn something every week. That's right.
Is it fact or is it crap? You decide. Fact or crap is brought to you by Arkansas Municipal Equipment, founded by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison over 10 years ago. They specialize in refuge, sweeper, and recycle equipment. Find out more at ametrucks.com.
All right, who is our contestant for some Jason Aldean tickets?
I think his name is it Terry? Is that right, sir?
Yeah, it's Jerry. Good morning, fellas, and Happy New Year to everyone.
Jerry or Terry?
It's Jerry with a J, correct?
Jerry. Yeah, Jerry.
Jerry.
I mean, I still can't tell. It is.
Our phone system sometimes isn't the best.
It's like Joey and Joy happening right here.
All right, Jerry, here we go. So I'm going to give out a couple statements. Let both Josh and Trey tell you whether they think it's fact or crap, and you can go with what they say, or you can go with your own answer. You get 2 out of 3, and you're going to Jason Aldean. You ready to play?
All right, buddy. Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, here we go. First, Oppenheimer, the movie which I loved seeing,
Christopher Nolan,
is the highest-grossing movie that never hit number 1. Is that fact or crap? I'll start with you, Trey Reed.
I'm going to say that's crap.
Josh, what do you say?
I think it's crap as well.
All right.
Oh my
now,
God.
Jerry, here's the deal.
That's a good one.
They're not sure, so you can either go with them or you can go with your own instinct. So you don't have to go with what they say.
Okay, but Jerry, here's what I'll say: there are movies that probably came out the year of Marvel movies, which made like a gajillion dollars, and those other movies could have made money as well.
Right, and I think Oppenheimer was a pretty big hit, and it was
got the Barbie bump too, which makes me
that's right, because
wondering,
Oppenheimer and Barbie came out like the same week.
That's the problem. Is you know what? Actually, I'm switching my answer.
You're switching your answer?
Yeah, because I think the Barbie bump probably pushed it over the edge.
So 2023 was when
23. I'm sticking with crap. I think
All
I think there were other movies that made more money.
Jerry, what do you think? Where you going to go with it?
You know what? Man, I think I'm going to have to go with the fact. It's a fact because I think I heard something about that before. But, yeah, go ahead and lock me down as fact.
All right. Oppenheimer is the highest-grossing movie that never hit number 1 is a fact. You are correct.
It's Barbie. It's a Barbie bump.
Barbie knocked him out.
Barbie knocked him out, but also carried them to number 2 at the same time.
So Oppenheimer made $330 million at the box office
for a 3.5 hour movie. It's impressive.
Yeah, and so, but that was what it was. It was was it Barbieheimer?
Barbenheimer.
Yeah. All right, one more, and you're a winner. You ready?
All right.
All right, Trey,
Come on, Trey
and Josh.
Y'all give me a winner here, man.
Eddie Van Halen.
I'm out.
Did the famous guitar solo that Michael Jackson used on "Beat It" for free? Fact or crap? Since you're out, Josh, you're out. We'll go.
I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll go to Trey. Trey, do you think that's
and this
fact?
is a situation, Josh, where we don't say we don't know. We act like we do, right?
I'll tell you what, Jerry. I got it. No, I got no clue, Jerry.
I believe I have read or heard something about this, and I believe that is a fact.
I'm going to go with Trey because it was convincing, but this is a true 50-50 for me because, I mean, we all know the riff, but I have no idea.
All right, Jerry, what you going to do? You going to go with what they say, or you going to go a different direction?
I think all the buddies are correct on this one. I think I'm going to go with that. That's a fact because I've heard the same thing. I think he did it for free.
Eddie Van Horn did the guitar solo Michael Jackson used on
Eddie Van Halen. You called it Eddie Van Horn.
What'd I say?
Eddie Van Horn.
That's what I just said?
Dave Van Horn. Dave Van Halen and Eddie Van Horn.
I'm starting to get worried because you have no idea when you do
it. This fleece moment.
Yeah.
I'm focused. Eddie Van Halen, thank you. Eddie Van Halen did the guitar solo Michael Jackson used on Beat It for Free is a fact. You were going to Jason Aldean. So Eddie Van Halen did it as a favor for producer Quincy Jones and did it for free, accepting only 2 6-packs of beer as payment. He recorded the solo in just a couple of takes, and it was a session that took less than an hour, and they even adjusted the song's arrangement because of that.
And there were no brown M&Ms in the green room.
Do you think that he regrets doing that, or also
I don't know.
was Michael Jackson so big at that point that it was going to be a hit no matter what?
He was pretty big, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was big.
Van
Halen was big.
What year did that album come out?
Early 80s,
Yeah,
mid
80s.
Because Michael Jackson's like the biggest pop star of all time, right? Like
other than Elvis, yeah. And Elvis,
yeah, sure, man.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at not what you said. I'm laughing at Josh's face.
No,
and your face.
He was so serious.
Yeah.
He was so
Grasshopper. Grasshopper, yes. It's
other than Elvis. It's like
it's Elvis one, and then Michael
and
Jackson.
Everybody else, right? Yeah. What about Prince?
Jerry? Hey, Happy New Year, Jerry. You're going to see Jason Aldean. Thanks for listening.
Hey, guys, I appreciate you, man. I love listening to y'all every morning, and Happy New Year to everyone.
Hold on so Josh can get your information, and we'll get that lineup and get you those tickets. 661-1037. A couple of things somebody mentioned I was going to ask.
Hey, Terry, just hold on to Jerry. Hold on to the break because I can't screen the call in here.
Somebody asked this. Again, today's your day when you usually answer questions about game and fish. And somebody asked earlier in the show. I just drove through Dumas, McGee, and Lake Village, and we saw thousands of ducks and geese. Ask Trey if birds go through a certain flyway, or are the flyways mixed? How does it work?
Well, look, and I think what we're getting down to is like, what is the flyway? Now, if we're talking about the Mississippi flyway, the Central flyway, the Pacific, the Atlantic, the 4 big ones, those are both the way birds migrate and political divisions. Like I said, the feds and the states divide things up by. But ducks and geese are both, and a lot of birds are, and I'm going to use a big 25-cent word here.
Do it.
Philopatric.
What?
We cannot.
So to put it another way, phallopatry is.
I don't think so.
So what it is, it's site fidelity. Like a mallard hen, for instance, will go, like, say she's born on the Canadian prairies in May or June, flies to Arkansas, spends the winter, doesn't get shot by one of our awesome duck hunters, and goes back. She will go nest typically within 1 mile of where she was born. We see it like a satellite mallard. We've put backpacks that send a beam up to a satellite, and we track them over the years. And those birds, they'll come right back to where we banded them or put those tracking devices on them. So, long-winded answer to your question, birds do kind of tend to go to some of the same areas over and over. Does that mean like there's a boundary and they're not going to go anywhere else? Absolutely not. But they do have a strong homing site fidelity, birds.
So
ducks and geese.
I've got site fidelity. I've written that down. What was the first word?
Philopatry. Philopatry.
Philopatry. Wow, man, I tell you. Did you make straight A's in school?
He's going to look that up when he's watching Wicked today.
By the way, here's the deal. By the way, too. Wicked 2 has come out. Now, listen, it just hit the theaters, and it's already pay-per-view. That show, I was right. It's not as good as the first one. It's very disappointing. I was looking at Apple TV, and they go, you can buy the new one. You know what? I bought it, and I started watching it, and as I watch it again, it's like it's just not good.
So it's 2 parts of the same story, right?
Yes, it's a continuation.
Was the total story already told? Like, was it already in writing? Was it a book? Like,
yeah, it was a book, but in a play. But I did not see that.
Okay,
I did not know
because I was wondering, do they have to make up stuff to finish off the story?
No, they could have followed the play or the book, and the book, apparently the book is a lot more according to Jessica, it's a lot more explicit and edgy.
Did they film all of it together?
I think they probably did. Yeah.
So I wonder.
But the first one was so much better than the second one, and I needed to ask Justin and his wife and kids who went and watched it if they agreed. I just think they built up all these cool things. I was so excited about this. Is really
couldn't pay it off.
No, I was fascinating that somebody came up with this concept of taking the Wizard of Oz and having a different story.
What happened before?
That's right.
The Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
As far as sequels,
they let me down.
As far as sequels go, this one has a pretty good shot of because some sequels are made because the first one made so much money, right?
Yeah.
This one was shot together
in
writing, and they already had like the story down.
It was a sequel prequel.
But
exactly. You wonder what happened.
It shows you it's already gone to pay-per-view in less than 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Yeah, it's tough.
I think it's mid-November or something. That means that they did not get the theater stay that they thought they would.
Josh was talking about the Barbie bump for Oppenheimer and Factor Crap, but I mean, do we like? I wonder if they were thinking that they would ride some of a lot of great movies come out November, December because that's awards.
Yeah, sure.
The last, that's going to be
or
on
like
everybody's mind.
People are home
or,
too.
The holiday season, absolutely. I wonder if they thought they were going to maybe ride that momentum and didn't get, maybe the wave didn't crest when they thought it was.
They're trying with Marty Supreme to ride the wave right now. Have y'all heard of that?
I've heard of it.
The ping pong movie.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
But it's going to be your favorite. One battle after another. It sounds like.
I wanted to.
Have you seen One Battle After Another?
Hated it. Hated
really?
it.
It's understandable. He's the attention.
I like the actors in it. I like DiCaprio and what's his face.
Dude. Yes, the Australian guy.
No, not Australian.
Is he
the American. No,
Sean Penn.
No,
He's American.
I don't think he was Australian. Is he?
No, Sean Penn's from L.A.
Yeah,
he is. I'm not sure he's Australian.
Great actor.
He's on the Charlie
stupid movie.
Sheen documentary on Netflix. It's great.
Stupid movie.
Why do you say it's stupid?
It's just stupid. It's just
why is it stupid?
I can't believe people actually enjoyed this movie and thought it was good.
All right. Defying gravity.
Taste is subjective,
yeah.
right?
People are allowed to like stuff.
That's simply my opinion.
It's stupid. I watched Wicked 80 times.
Yes, Wicked is 10 times better than that movie. It is 10 times better. By the way, the reason Wicked 1 is better than Wicked 2 is because better music, better storytelling.
Who is your audience? Is there somebody out there that's like, hey, Wicked 2, I'm fighting for it? Like, who are you talking to right now?
I don't know.
It's just like public service.
Yeah, who's your audience?
Don't waste your money.
I want to go see the play. That's one everybody's told me about. And I wouldn't mind doing a Morning Mayhem trip to New York to do a Broadway play.
Oh, wow.
I've never done You want to go?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in, man.
And he says this, and next week they're going to be sitting down with like Lin-Manuel Miranda being like, Lin-Manuel, thank you for letting us stay in your house when we're in New York City.
Josh is learning.
And I'm back in the studio being like, sounds good, guys. You won't believe what Lin-Manuel cooked us for breakfast.
Josh is giving us lessons on Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my God.
All right, 15 more minutes left of 2025 Morning Mayhem. Glad you're with us. We appreciate you. Don't go away. We'll wrap it up here in a minute.
Now, wishing you'd call. I kinda wanna drown.
Old number 53 here, and back in my day, I was fortunate to be around some great teams, along with some great teammates. And even now, all these years later, I'm also grateful to be a part of a great team here at 103.7 The Buzz. But another great team that I've come to appreciate over the years is the team over at Edwards Food Giant, and there are 11 stores located all over the metropolitan area, including their Edwards Cash Saver stores. And let me tell you this, if you haven't been to the newest Edwards Food Giant in North Little Rock in the Lakewood Village Shopping Center, you really need to stop by there. This store is truly the most beautiful grocery store that I've ever been inside of. The layout with their used selection and inventory, including their deli and salad bars, is the best. Of course, their meat department at Edwards will truly blow you away, too. That newest Edwards store has everything from heat and eat, meal solutions, weekly specials, to a giant wine department, to their dry-aged beef that's been temperature and humidity controlled for 28 days in their cooler, resulting in a steak that's tender, flavorful, and unlike any steak you've ever had. So see for yourself why the team at Edwards Food Giant is now Central Arkansas's favorite place to shop.
Do New Year's resolutions always have to involve grit and determination? What about a pleasant one? Like, in 2026, you're going to give yourself something luxurious, like a visit to Genesis of Conway. Wait, more than just a visit. How about the style and engineering you'll find in a brand new 2026 GV80? The dealership will bend over backwards to make it happen. You deserve a 2026 that involves Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. Your financial journey is unique to you. That's why we offer a variety of personal checking and savings accounts designed to work for your goals. Whether you're looking for low fees or great rewards, choosing the right checking account is easy at Southern Bank. Our Our products can help you save for your first home, a family vacation, or a college education. And just as important, at competitive rates. To learn more about our personal banking option, visit bankwithsouthern.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
It's Justin Acre over here with Justin Workman from Coffin by Design West. And Justin, we need to help people get ready for winter.
Come by and see us for your faucet covers, the fireplace cleaners, fire log starters, air filter replacements, even our home generators. We've got you covered for all your winter needs.
And people are trying to get their yards right for the end of fall and into winter. And I know you guys have a lot of great products that can help them do that as well.
Yeah, so we carry the full line of steel products from leaf blowers, chainsaws. Also keep in mind that we do have a on-site technician.
Go by and see our friends at Coffin by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road. And check out their website, kaufmanlumber.com.
Ray Tucker here for Honda of North Little Rock. If you're a fan of the Triumph motorcycles, I have good news for you. Honda of North Little Rock carries the legendary classics to the cutting-edge rides. We carry Daytona 600, the iconic Bonneville Bobber, the TF450X, the stunning Bonneville Elvis Presley Edition, plus the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. We have gear, bikes, and full service for Triumph enthusiasts. And much, much more. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Unstoppable, unmistakable. Defender is built for those who carve their own path. At Land Rover Little Rock, experience the legendary capability, rugged design, and modern technology that make Defender a true icon. Whether it's city streets or untamed terrain, Defender delivers strength with style. This is more than a drive, it's a mission. Visit Land Rover Little Rock off I-430 and test drive the Defender today. Learn more at LandRoverLittleRock.com.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Join us Wednesday for the finale of 2025. Rick Schaefer and I are bringing in Neil Atkinson from Bed Saracen, Kevin Bohannon, Scoop and Score. Hogsports.com's Trey Biddy, thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai, and Genesis of Conway, Bart Reed. Our basketball guru, NFL agent and guru, Chris Turnage, and Richard Davenport from HoHogSports.com and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. See you Wednesday on 103.7 The Buzz.
No matter where you are or how you're listening, we thank you for making Morning Mayhem part of your day. Now, back to Baz, Roger, Justin, and Josh.
All right, last time that we're going to hear Boogie Shoes in 2025.
Boogie Shoes? Well, I might go play it. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. That's exactly right. Here on this show, Morning Mayhem, wrapping up things here. Trey, thanks so much for being with us today.
Man, thanks for having
me.
I will come sit in anytime. Love Morning Mayhem. Love the buzz and love doing radio, man. A lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for all the years and this year too. Thanks to Arts Marine. Appreciate that. And them. And did want to say real quick, got some birthdays. Debbie Wyman, our executive director of the Touchdown Club, is having a birthday today. Happy birthday, Debbie. Sabrina, downstairs, from our sales staff is having a birthday today.
I got to say a special happy birthday to Sabrina. She's our rep for the Wild Side here at the Buzz.
Very nice. Very nice. She's a great person. Marilyn Miller at the Touchdown Club, one of our longtime volunteers, is having a birthday today. Marilyn, thank you for being a great person, a longtime volunteer at the Touchdown Club. And there's a couple other birthdays I think I may have missed. And then Josh, you brought up a great point. It's been a crazy year this year. Josh has learned to deal with our craziness since he's been on the show now about 3 or 4 years. And you made a good point. We were on the road this year. We did shows from Aspen. We did them in Memphis. We did them at the Russellville Fire Department. We did them at Graceland. We were in Nashville for Justin's softball tournament. We were in Texas for Terry Bradshaw's ranch.
Did y'all do one at the Manning camp?
Didn't do Manning camp this year. Didn't do Manning camp this year.
Russellville Fire Station?
We did the Russellville Fire Station.
Governor's Mansion?
Oh, Governor's Mansion.
Yeah.
That's right.
St.
Grove.
Louis?
You did one at the Grove?
St. Louis. Oh, my gosh. Forgot about St. Louis.
I know more about his trips than he does.
I forgot about that. I forgot the Governor's Mansion.
Let's see. You
St.
went
Louis?
to, hold on, for football, Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Baton
Austin.
Rouge.
Yeah. And Knoxville.
Knoxville.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I think those were their
Those
four.
for football.
Memphis.
Did y'all travel for any sport? Softball?
I think no.
Baseball?
We had Fayetteville. Obviously, had shows up there from Fayetteville, but I don't think we did that.
The good folks at the where do you go? Fayetteville Alumni Association. Your friends there, they always host you. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, obviously the Holiday Inn, obviously up there, the Express in Fayetteville has been a great place for us, and appreciate them. And
how many? Josh would probably know best.
Oh, El Dorado.
Yeah.
El Dorado.
What percentage of Morning Mayhem shows were outside of the studio?
He would know better
this
than me.
year?
Actually, he tracks all of it.
I think it's about
and takes video documentation
between 70 and 80. Yeah,
outside of the studio.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy cow,
look,
man!
We've averaged.
Why do you think they get away saying the stuff they do? Because they bring in that cash.
I was. There were a number of Wednesday mornings this year. It seemed like more than usual when y'all were not in studio.
Yeah.
And I joined you on the road a few times.
You have been on the road quite a bit.
Yeah, I have been on the road.
And
some.
You have been with us. Yeah.
I think the most important thing that happened with the show this year is that Baz tried to get Hunter Yurchek fired and take his job. Yeah, that was.
and all listeners wanted Baz to take his job.
I think
take the job, Baz. We'll do it.
It will. 2026 will be interesting in that area.
Yeah, it won't be you though.
No, I'm not. Yeah,
and also, to be candid, once again, you had said if it was 10 years ago, like you'd be much more interested in that.
Yeah, maybe 20 years ago. Yeah.
I got a question for you, David. Like, you obviously walk in these circles of college football and college athletics in general, with the Broyles Award and the Touchdown Club. What was it? I mean, I'm not saying look, I'm not calling you a homer.
Yes.
But you typically you take it pretty easy.
Yes.
This year was there something that happened this year that pushed you over the edge?
It was. Yeah, it was him firing Kevin Trainor.
Okay.
Yeah, to me they fired one of us, and that was something that I just there's not many of us left up there, and that's not the guy you fired. The guy's given.
No, I mean 30
years.
And you know me, I'm not like a necessarily old school guy, but I think there's a big value to having somebody who knows where the bodies are buried and kind of understands like the unique what is the unique advantage of being Arkansas.
Well, especially when they're paying so many people so much money. I know they got a budget and all that kind of stuff.
No, and I want to be clear. I'm not there's not a criticism, but there was a clear. You were a little more vocal in your criticisms this year than in the past.
Fair observation. Also, want to thank the Allen boys. Obviously, what a great hotel family they are, and that's where we stayed. Obviously,
what's it called? Come on.
That was really good.
It starts with an H. I know.
Come on, you can get it.
The Haywood.
Yeah,
there you
Nice.
go. Good job. Justin Akery joins us. Good morning, Justin.
I thought Trainer should have been fired years ago.
He's a hack.
What's up, buddy?
How we doing?
Happy New Year in advance.
What's that?
Said Happy New Year in advance.
Happy New Year, man. How you doing?
Doing great. What's going on the show today?
Well, Klein's coming in. Kevin Kelly's coming in. We're going to continue with our year-end review. We've got so much stuff to cover still.
Right.
My mic sounds funny. That's okay.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Let's see. Zach's coming on from Oaklawn.
Cool. Yeah.
And we'll get the latest odds on the games, the quarterfinal games and the NFL playoffs. A lot of impactful games coming up. And then we've got Quinn Grovey at 10:30.
We will be back on the air Friday, so we're not taking off Friday. So
you aren't? We got Friday off.
Yeah,
Sucks for you guys.
Yeah,
it's good to be king.
Guess so. We are working and having fun, and thanks again, everybody, for a great 2025. Couldn't do it without you. Promise you. All of our great listeners out there, all our great sponsors. Thanks for believing in us and spending your money with us and our great listeners. Trey, thanks again. Josh, great job.
Yeah,
thank you, man.
Awesome year.
Congratulations on another year.
Same to you.
Glad Roger had the day off. He'll be back with us Friday. Everybody be safe tonight now. Have a happy New Year. Count your blessings, but be safe. Zoe's up next.
Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Lost in the real estate jungle? Boundary or easement dispute? Title problem? Hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride of legal lions. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all real estate-related legal matters, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
Clint Sterner joins Justin and DJ in the zone to talk a little football, courtesy of Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram in Benton. Shop online at chriscranecars.com. It's